Sometimes things are tough, but if you got your family, it's enough. Making lots of friends along the way, especially in the Great Taste Gang. We've got your latest food news and scores from the Cardinals and the Blues. Nikki's part of the crew, and Greg Warren too. SeaWorld and Brando and TC2. And Afton and Sean and Emily. And Mark and Marty and Randy. Guy and Risley. And all the moms and convies. Welcome to the Courtney Show.
Hello, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm here.
Okay.
I am exhausted.
Why are you so tired?
This weekend was it's very busy.
You had a weekend like mine last weekend?
Sure.
Well, like last weekend, I was
I don't remember
going
last week.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
I had a full plate, no children activities, but a lot of adult beverages.
It's true. Yeah, I did not get blitzkrieged this weekend. It was homecoming weekend, so that took up a lot of time. But, and then there's all the other stuff. Yesterday, Augie had a football game in the morning, and then it was my niece's, Ruby, it was her birthday over the weekend, so we celebrated for that, too. So it was just like, I just got no time. Got no time. I'm tired.
You had a lot of stuff around the house that had been pushed aside.
None of it. Got none of it done.
Are you stressed about that?
I mowed the grass, but I didn't even get to finish the grass.
Think it's the last mow of the season?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't know how long it goes. You would know better than me.
I mean, we got that hurricane's worth of rain, so our lawn is just like, I'm back, baby. Here we go. Like, no, we don't need you anymore.
I know.
But some stuff is growing, so.
Well, no Tim today. He's up in Chicago.
Yep.
He performed with Greg Warren last night, but good news, old Sean O'Brien's going to come in.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Sean. I want to find out about the podcast.
I'd like to delve into some of these fights they've been having.
Yes. It sounds like it's been a real volatile process getting this podcast going, but it sounds like it's successful straight out of the gate, so that's exciting.
Yeah. And we have there's a little game, right, that you came up with last time when Nick and Sean were supposed to be here?
Yeah, what was that?
I know what it's about. I wrote it down. I don't want to reveal it in case Sean's listening, which he's not.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I know that it was something, the two of them against each other. Does it work with just him?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. It's this.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I could reframe that.
Yeah, maybe. But there's plenty to cover. Trust me. I have lots of good stuff today on the docket.
Well, good.
I'm not really worried about that. And we have lots of tickets to give away, too. This weekend, my big outing was Oakville, Illinois.
Oh, yeah, for golf.
The lovely town. Let me just say this. Those people in Oakville, what a fine community that is. Mm-hmm. They are so welcoming, so nice. It was just a fantastic, it's a big tournament too. They have an early morning session. It's all for, all the money goes to ALS research. Mm-hmm. So it is a morning session and an afternoon session. I played in the afternoon session. You know how I feel about morning golf. I don't feel like I need to hurry and play golf to get it out of the way. It is my main attraction of the day.
Right.
I understand if you have a family and
I'm an early morning guy.
If you have a limited amount of time, you got to get the golf in because you have a big day, lots of things planned. That's not me.
If I'm in a golf tournament, my preference is if it starts at 4 a.m. Because then I can probably play in it.
The only thing good about
I return home at 8.
Only good thing about morning golf is there's dew all over. Mm-hmm. That's why they call it dew sweepers. Is when you're putting and you've got a team, you're in a scramble, you can follow the line of the green from the ball.
Yeah.
Like go a little outside that line.
You have someone,
right there.
Let somebody else go first, and then you're like, all right, I can follow that line.
Yes. But it was an afternoon tournament. It was so much fun. Remember last year, this is the tournament where I famously...
You signed somebody's butt.
Yes, and that guy was in front of me he was Team A. We were Team B.
Really? Did you sign his butt again?
No, he didn't even know it was me, and I didn't know it was him because I only really remember his butt.
Yeah.
And then I realized it when I was making the turn. Melissa, who is the organizer of
he bent over to get his ball, and you're like, I recognize that butt.
Cracking the wild. She told me they were in front of me. I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize it. And so I said something to him, like second to last hole. I finally said something to him. I did sign a baby's diaper.
Oh.
But it wasn't on
first?
It wasn't on the baby. It was just like a spare diaper for the baby.
Was that the only thing they had, I'm assuming, or were they just like, this is something when we want to give to our child?
I think it was like, this is going to go on this baby's butt, and I'm continuing the trend of Heine signing.
Oh, okay.
Possibly.
Feels almost insulting. Like, you know what that baby's going to do.
Well, that's what I wrote on the diaper. Here's to solid poo. I signed a hat, too. And I can't remember the little boy's name, but he was just a delight.
You ever had to sign a golf ball?
Yeah, you can. It's stupid. I think baseballs are hard to sign, too.
Baseballs are difficult enough, but those guys that sign golf balls, I'm like,
I think they practice, don't you think?
They have to. Like, my hands are too big to sign a golf ball.
No.
I can't
then you got the dimples there.
Yes.
Just signing anything seems like nonsense to me. Like, do you really want this? Don't ruin that shirt with my signature. Like, But anyway, this little boy, he was really sweet. And then afterwards, later, he made us each little friendship bracelets. And I wish I knew his name. I can't remember his name.
That's very nice.
But that community is fun. Lots of fun people. They have a good time. And I don't know all the surrounding areas, but if you ever get out to Oakville, they're good people. I'm just telling you.
Oakville.
I remember Joe Theismann. We had him on the air years ago.
Was he an Oakville fan?
No.
Did he live in Carlisle for a while?
No, that's Steven Stills.
Oh, okay.
He told a story about his autograph, that he really wanted to have a nice autograph, practiced it because he's like, this might be the only thing they ever have for me that's signed. I want them to be able to recognize who the signature is.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And he had just beautiful handwriting.
It's funny, you can think of, and I mean, I'm sure it's partially because we're exposed to it, but like, there are certain autographs that I can, if you say the name, I can see their autograph in my head. Ozzie Smith. I've seen his big O
and then
like
the Z's.
Yes.
He does old school Z's, doesn't he?
Yeah, there's something about his autograph that I always remember, and I'm sure because I've seen it a lot.
And then Stan Musial famously signed
I can see Stan's.
Everything. Always very giving with his autograph.
Oh, man, yeah.
And I want to be like Stan. So, whatever it is that you want me to sign, I will sign it. But it was a great day.
Diapers.
You bring it to me, I'll sign it.
Why not?
But it was a lot of fun. We didn't play all that well. We couldn't make any putts, but we had a good time. What about you? I know you said you were very, very busy. Any highlights that you want to talk about?
So I worked the concession stand for the first time on Friday night at the football game. So the big homecoming football game. And so that was intense. I had not worked in that atmosphere for a long time.
I forgot about that.
And so I kept joking. I said, I feel like watching all those episodes of The Bear have prepared me for this moment.
Yes, chef. Anybody yes, chef you?
I wanted to say that and just throw it out there and see what happened, but I don't think the audience would have done as well. But I wanted to do the what do they say when they're like behind you, or like they're when they cross each other, they say something like behind, or like I couldn't remember what they were saying, but there was a lot of like we were just stepping on each other, trying to keep the masses happy. And I guess apparently I did well enough that I was invited back the following night So I was
Did
there.
you have to do it again the next night?
Yeah, for homecoming, because they have the homecomings recently have been out on the football field. So it started during COVID.
Yeah.
And then everybody kind of liked it, and so they've kept it up. And so they have the whole dance and everything out on the field, and they have lights set up and games and all this stuff, but they have the concession stand running. So I went back on Saturday night. There was lots of people there, obviously, the kids, but they were not. The concession stand was fine. They didn't need me there, so I didn't stay for the whole time. But
oh, well, that's good.
But so I was heavy duty concession time
I think
stuff.
the thing that would stress me out the most is there big time food preparation happening.
Well, I mean, Friday night they've got burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that, and so there's a grill. Guys working the grill on the outside, and you're trying, wrapping burgers and hot dogs and trying to keep all that stuff going. Saturday night we just made way too many pretzels. I don't think they were happy with us, but
oh, you overdid the pretzels.
Well, the thought was they're going to eat a lot of pretzels, and we weren't doing anything else. We weren't doing burgers or hot dogs or anything. So that was like the only food item that was really there, other than like nachos, and they didn't come through with the pretzel orders. So I think there were a lot of pretzels left at the end of the night, and the two culprits who made all the pretzels had already disappeared. So
oh, that's too bad.
We got out of there. And then another food related thing on Friday, I guess for homecoming, they do during school, they have an assembly and they have like competitions and stuff going on. And so Owen ended up in the pie eating contest on Friday, representing the freshman class.
Of course he did.
And apparently he got robbed.
Is that according to him?
Well, that's what he told me. And I was like, all right, whatever. And then Aaron said, oh no, I have video evidence.
Oh,
that he
really?
was, in fact, finished with his pie. Like that you're supposed to put your hands up, I guess, when you're done.
Yeah.
And he put his hands up and nobody said anything. And you have to eat with your face down in the pumpkin pie is what they had. And so you're just covered in stuff. And I guess after he had his hands up for a while, he wiped his face off. And then the other person, she raised her hands and then they gave it to her.
Man.
So he's like, I have proof. So we're going to file an official complaint with the Pie Eating Association today.
I don't blame you.
To see if we can get that reversed.
Why do it? You want the victory.
He was crestfallen.
Oh, I bet.
Because he has bragged about his ability to eat things quickly.
And a girl
years.
won it.
Yes.
I'm pretty impressed by that too.
And you know whose daughter it is?
No.
Neighbor Becky.
Oh, really? That
Yes.
has to be a proud parent moment.
Yeah,
for
I'm
everybody
sure.
involved.
And so I feel like she's a part of this too.
So now
she's
it's going to be
covering
you
up.
versus Becky.
Yeah, this is going to be
Is
ugly
this the
in
Lake
the neighborhood.
Becky?
No. We're all woodsmen.
Okay.
We'll take it up with the clan leaders.
It just figures that he would be in a pie eating contest.
Yes. I was like, he is uniquely qualified for this. Like, oh, he's going to do
and
well.
he likes pumpkin pie.
I guess. I mean, apparently. I don't remember him being a big fan of it. Aaron, I know, likes
Everybody
it.
keep it down?
Alex does. Yeah, I don't believe I heard of any reversals.
All right. I did
So
see
it was
pictures
exciting.
of the boys for homecoming. They both looked very handsome.
Yeah, they cleaned up pretty well.
I mean, let me just say, Aaron's hair, he's figured it out.
Finally, it's taken a long time.
He's
a
like
lot of product.
he's like styling it.
Yes, it's lots of product, and he's embraced the look.
What was your hair like at that age? Was it curly?
Oh, yeah. Very curly. Not as curly as Aaron's, but much curlier than Owen's.
Did your mom help?
Kind of in the middle.
Did your mom help you with your hair?
When I was like junior high, yes. And then probably by high school, I was kind of
Because I think
doing it
that
myself.
I think Nick's mom would blow dry his hair for him every morning. I'm not sure what age that stopped,
Yeah,
but there was a whole
definitely by high
situation.
school, I was not. I was just.
You weren't in the chair with a.
No, and I was trying to figure out what it needed to be. It was a little mullety in high school.
You should put a couple of those pictures up of both of them together.
Oh, and I have a picture. Well, I'll have it. I'll put their picture up, and then I've got a picture of me from homecoming that was sent to me over the weekend, and so that was going to be in my best thing. So I'll put that up too.
What is it? Is it you working or is it you?
No, it is my homecoming.
Oh, your homecoming picture.
And it's a picture I have never seen before.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Like, I have none of us have any memory of even where we are.
I would have a picture of my homecoming, but it wasn't a big deal when I was in high school. There was a homecoming dance, but it wasn't. Oh, you look so cute.
So it's basically a mullet.
Yeah, it's a mullet.
It's like the
hockey hair.
Ian Ziering, that curly mullet that we got stuck with in the 90s.
But you have the perfect hair for it.
It just naturally went into that.
That's who wore the mullets the best back then. If you had naturally curly hair.
Yeah, because it just turns into like this helmet.
And it looks better. That straight hair in the back. Yeah. It doesn't look as good.
In college, I just let it all go. So then it was more, it was never as full and like amazing as Aaron's, but it was long. Yeah, probably as long.
We weren't doing any of, we did not have homecoming.
Althoff? You didn't
we
have
had a homecoming dance, but it was just a dance where you'd wear weekend clothes. It wasn't go to the dress store and get a special homecoming dress.
Did you do prom then?
Prom, yeah.
So prom was
senior
like
prom only. And then there was a Christmas dance.
I feel like prom is was a little more formal than homecoming in Redbud when I was a kid, but it's hard to tell the difference just by looking at pictures. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, if anybody listening, class 86, you have any pictures of me from homecoming, would love to see what I was doing.
It's terrifying when someone's like, I have a picture of you
That's
from
a great picture.
Something and you've never seen it before. You're like, I don't know if I want to see it.
I love it.
What's going on? What am I doing?
All right, anything else that we want to attend to before we move on?
I don't think so.
Well, we have a lot today, so be assured. And there's so many texts that came in over the weekend. I'm dying to read them, to dig into those. We have Sean O'Brien coming in around 7, so hopefully he'll be here for Food Court because we have a lot of good food stories. Tickets to give away. We'll give you tickets to the Renaissance Festival. That was a big hit a couple weeks ago when we gave those away. Or was it just last week? I can't remember.
Last week, I think.
But we have tickets for 4 packs for that. We also have more Ludo tickets to give away. And then we have some Blues tickets to give away, I understand. They start their season, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah, Blues versus the Jets.
The Winnipeg Jets.
I believe, yeah.
All right. So some good tickets today. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock hours in that order with all those tickets. It's Monday, so we'll do some strong opinions. Hollywood Outsiders coming up in just a few minutes. If you guys want to text us, the Cheney window and door text line, 314-669-4665.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
A celebration of life ceremony was held for Richard Simmons at a cathedral in New Orleans on Saturday. So he was buried with his workout clothes on, of course. His brother Lenny said, just like Clark Kent, underneath his beautiful things, there he was wearing his clothing. Richard is wearing a tank top and shorts so he can, quote, help the saints and the angels get into shape.
Aww.
He said Richard Simmons will forever be sweating with the holies.
Aww,
so I guess
sweet.
It was under his, suit and tie.
Yeah, he had the tank top. I can see it now.
Yeah, he had his signature
tank top and the shorts.
Signature look going. Taylor Swift is now the richest female musician. She's at the top of the list for the ladies, which had been topped by Rihanna. She's now
because Fenty.
Yes, well, Taylor's now worth an estimated $1.6 billion. Rihanna is worth around $1.4 billion. They say that number will probably go up for her, too, because that tour isn't over, Taylor's. So that number will probably go even higher. Not sure if she's going to catch up to the richest fella. That's still Jay-Z. Worth $2.5 billion. People were freaking out, too, when they found out that Taylor was not at Travis Kelce's birthday party over the weekend. But they're like, no, everything's cool. She will be at the Chiefs game tonight. They play Monday Night Football. So watch for Taylor. Did you watch any of the...
I forgot about it.
I just happened to turn on. When I got home, I was like, oh, God,
I'm so mad, too, because I think St. Louis was represented pretty well.
It was phenomenal. So I tried to find the video to post today. I can't find it anywhere other than somebody... Nelly performed, and then there's one little tiny clip. Those crap that people put up on YouTube, which just gets in the way of anything credible and just gets clicks. But anyway, Nelly reunited with the St. Lunatics for the first time in years last night to perform at the 2024 American Music Awards. That was last night. So fellow St. Louis natives Chingy and Jaquan also came out and performed. So Chingy performed his big hit song Right There, and then Jaquan performed his hit song Tipsy. And the story I was reading, because it wasn't covered very well, basically was saying like this version of a collab is like never happened before. You know, all of St. Lunatics plus Chingy plus Jaquan all performing together.
Oh.
And you couldn't have put St. Louis bigger and brighter during the entire performance. The backdrop that kept changing was just the city of St. Louis, like behind him.
That's incredible.
They're all in their cardinal hats. I mean,
are we the home of hip hop?
It was like, it felt like a takeover of hip hop. Like, not necessarily like we're the only city, but like, hey,
could you see this thing playing?
Easy Atlanta. We've got a lot going on here.
Could you see this thing playing at a Super Bowl?
Oh, it should have been.
Yeah.
That should have been.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a rehearsal. But we're not going to get a Super Bowl here.
No, I know, but why not?
But, you know, like the thing where they're like,
why not have them at the halftime show?
I don't know. I don't know if they would do it. Like, what would be, I don't know. It's too bad. Maybe there's some other application of that group on a big stage again. Because I feel like it flew under the radar a little bit, but it is a great performance.
I saw a lot of people talking about it this morning when I got up.
Yes.
And I was mad I didn't see it last night.
As soon as I see it somewhere in a form that is actually the performance, I will post it, but I could not find anything this morning. Maybe by the end of the day today.
Did you see Jennifer Hudson sing?
No, all I saw was I literally turned it on and it was the tease to the break, and they were like, coming up, Nelly, and I was like, perfect timing. And so I waited, and then it came on. And then after that, I watched some of SNL because I didn't see any of that on Saturday night. So I watched some of Nate Bargatze and all that.
Yeah.
And then I went to bed. But so it was a great performance. Hopefully I can share it with you soon. Paris Hilton has a superpower, she says. It is her ADHD. She said, ADHD gives me creativity, resilience, and the ability to think outside of the box, qualities I consider my greatest strengths. ADHD isn't about being lazy or unmotivated. In fact, we can be incredibly driven and productive when something interests us. So she's talking about it because October is ADHD Awareness Month.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I agree with her. I think
I do too.
I know people that have ADHD, and a lot of them end up in our industry, and I think
I was never
it's an advantage.
I was never diagnosed, and I don't know if I have the H in mine.
What is it? ADD? Well, they've called it something different.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
What's the H stand for?
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
I'm low activity.
Well, I'd have to look at it.
Anyway, I don't
think ADD is a diagnosis anymore.
Okay. Well, there's no way I didn't have this and don't have it still.
Yeah. But it's probably an advantage to you in this business.
Sometimes. Most of the time.
I think thinking too much of a linear style makes this type of job difficult.
I agree with that.
I shall continue forward on the line of thinking that I'm using.
Controlled chaos is.
Yeah, but it works sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Other times, probably not so much.
Doesn't work at all.
In case you're wondering what Diddy's mom thinks about all the allegations that have been brought against him recently, she has taken some time to weigh the evidence, and she says he is not guilty.
All right.
It's his mom.
Let him out.
She said, my son is not the monster they have painted him to be.
Yeah, it's his mom.
It's his mom.
Yeah.
Don't ask her. We know what she's going to say. It'd be crazy if she was just like, I think he's guilty. Keanu Reeves made his professional auto racing debut on Saturday, and he won. No, just kidding. But he finished. That's what's impressive. So he spun out.
Maybe the headline if he did win.
Yeah, that would have been the headline. So he spun out, I guess, at one point, but he was able to get back on the track and finish the race. He got 25th place out of 35 cars.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's fine. He finished, so that's good. He's competing at Indy this week for a spot in a race this weekend. So I don't know if that'll come together or not, but keep going, Keanu. When I read that story, all I could think of was the movie, Parenthood. I was like, I think he's already raced.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he's in that.
Remember, he was a drag?
I always forget. I forget he's in that, and I forget he's in Youngblood.
He was a drag racer.
Yes, he was.
Al Pacino's baby mama, that Noor Alfallah, seems to have her sights set on a new fella, comedian Bill Maher. So she's 30. Bill Maher is 68, so getting closer. Pacino, 84.
What is her power?
I don't know. It's amazing.
That she doesn't mind old men?
Maybe that's it. And who else was she with? Was like Clint Eastwood or something?
Oh, man. What's her name again?
Noor Alfallah.
How do you spell that?
Noor.
Is that really her name?
Well,
Alfallah. She's a film producer.
I feel like she was with Clint Eastwood. Why am I making that up?
I don't know. I'm looking her up.
Even older. So she and Pacino were spotted together, and then later she was spotted.
Mick Jagger?
Oh, maybe that's right.
Yeah. Yes, in 2017 when she was 23. Oh, they met in Paris and instantly hit it off.
Well, she's an old soul. Everybody knows that.
Yes.
The new Joker movie won at the box office this weekend, but not by enough, apparently. So it only made around $40 million, which, I mean, you're talking, and I know this isn't a traditional superhero kind of movie, but I'm sure the budget was pretty significant on this movie, and for it to open to only $40 million, probably not great news for them. The Wild Robot came in second, and Beetlejuice still hanging in there at third place. You'll soon be able to stay in the Poltergeist house. So they just put that house up.
That's a little creepy because it
on
looks,
Airbnb.
Isn't it identical?
Yeah, and there's a pool now, but the pool. What was the story? The pool that they used in the movie was not.
It wasn't. It was on a set.
It was on a set. The back of the house looks different, but just the fact that it's like the pool. I don't know if I'd want to swim in it.
It's kind of cool though.
Yes, and it looked like a really cool house. You get slid across
Very
the floor
70s for sure. I think the kitchen looks exactly the same too.
Yeah, they kept that same countertop. Mental Floss came up with a list of the 10 scariest video games ever made. I bring it up because, it's Halloween. We got all these
I don't know anything
Halloween
about
stories.
Video games.
I don't know that you will know two of them. Two. Dead Space at number 10, The Forest, number 9, Amnesia, The Dark Descent, Bloodborne at number 7. This one you'll recognize, Resident Evil, one of the Resident Evil games, number 7. Outlast at number 5. Five Nights at Freddy's, 4. That's at number 4 on the list. And then, I don't know, these other 3, Visage, Alien Isolation, and Madison. The one that they don't mention that I know really messed up Aaron and Owen, it's a game called Subnautica. And I'm like, it doesn't seem like a scary game, but it's all underwater, and you have to, dive, and you're swimming out in the ocean, and it's real dark. You can't see anything. It'll get real dark. And then there's these, big creatures that come out of nowhere, and I don't know what it is about the game.
Don't you think it's something with being underwater?
I think so, and it's and it can come from any direction, and you're really immersed in this, darkness, and it, they had nightmares. They had to quit playing for a while.
Was there anything that stressed you out? Any video game that you can remember, even if it was silly?
Oh, Resident Evil. I don't know which one, but I played a Resident Evil game on PlayStation 2 back in the day, and it was like you had to take breaks.
Really?
Whew. It was just intense because what was crazy is it's the kind of game that, you'd walk down a hallway and, somebody comes
Jump
out.
scares.
And you shoot them and then they're dead. And then you go try to find over the thing. And then you go back down the hallway and you're like, I can't find that thing. And then it would be the fourth time you go down that same hallway. After you've already been down a couple times, inside the game, the number of times you go down the hallway, it trips something. And you don't know this. And then another thing jumps out. And so in your mind, you're like, I've already encountered the scary thing in this part of the game. I'm done with it. Now I'm just looking for what I'm supposed to find. And then they throw you another thing and you're like, it's so you never feel comfortable. So that's what I thought they did a good job of. And then also on the blog today, Pace Magazine put together a list of the top 50 zombie movies of all time.
I'm not a zombie movie person.
And
I know
don't
I
love
like a scary movie, but zombie movies don't do it for me.
I don't love the list. My favorite that it made it so high was Shaun of the Dead at number 6. But like all the other ones you would expect, Dawn of the Dead, Return of the Living Dead, Reanimator,
I do
blah, 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 blah.
I do love Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, but Shaun of the Dead I thought was awesome. Oh, and number 35 on the list, Night of the Comet. Because technically, those are kind of zombie-ish.
35, it should be higher.
But they're not really zombies. But they kind of are.
What are they?
I don't know. Because
They're
like the
people that
one
have been-
guy's talking. Remember, he's like on the PA.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch it again.
At the mall, but he's still... So it's like they're not quite zombies, but it's just like they're exposed to that stuff and it messes them up.
I am planning a rewatch of that Night of the Comet.
I'd like to watch it again. I cannot believe that it would hold up.
And the good news is a lot of these movies you can find on Tubi, and Tubi is free. I mean,
that's good.
You have to sit through some ads, but it's if you're looking for a movie that you never see running anywhere, go to Tubi.
A lot of them are on YouTube.
Although
too,
I
believe it or
did
not.
look on Tubi for Vision Quest. It's not on Tubi.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazon is a good one. Amazon Prime has a lot. If it's not free, you can buy it or rent it for cheap. But YouTube has a lot of those old movies, the full versions.
Sean O'Brien going to be here a little after 7 this morning. Looking forward to him. If you've never heard Sean on the show, it's your opportunity. He's one of Greg Warren and Tim Convey's best friends and collaborator. So we have a lot to talk with him about. I'm looking forward to hearing about what's going on, Sean. Why so many fights lately with your BFFs? I'm just very, very curious. All right, I keep forgetting to bring this up. And every time I'm home, I remember it, and I just haven't written it down. ADHD. Somebody very funny started following Nick. He's gone all in on commenting on TikToks now.
This is just really? It's just the floodgates are open.
This is just a part of his life now. And he like tracks the likes that he gets. I don't know what his most popular comment's been yet, but he will go in on comments.
You want to know if a quip hits?
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, another like. I'm like, oh, don't. This is what sucks you in.
Yeah,
and that's why. So now he's commenting, and good and bad. Like some, it's like, oh, that's great, or whatever it might be. Well, this comment wasn't ugly, but it was like, hey, you've had a fine career, but this person has had this career. So why are you so worried about this? He was watching a TikTok of somebody famous, a famous singer. And this person's telling a story about David Foster. And, that's why you should never listen to people. And David Foster's had quite a career, and it just looks like sour grapes from this person. So Nick commented, well, now this person is following Nick on TikTok.
Well, he's not creating anything on
I know
TikTok.
he's not, but he started following him about a week and a half ago.
Is it Corey Feldman?
It is not.
Oh.
And the person that is now following Nick is Richard Marks.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding.
No.
Oh, Chris would be so excited.
Oh my gosh. Richard Marks is following Nick on TikTok. And Nick's not making anything. It's going to be a boring follow. You probably will forget about it. But I thought it'd be a fun question of the day. What's the most interesting person that's followed you or person that's commented on something you put up?
Oh, yeah.
What's the most famous person following you or you're friends with?
Some of them just kind of, for a long time, I felt like
they would start following.
They would follow back.
To get the follow.
Yeah.
And then they would unfollow.
But then I had some that hung with me. Lisa Loeb, I don't know if she still follows me or not on TikTok, but she did for a long... I was one of those where I'm like, oh, she just follows back. And then I would check. I'm like, I think she still follows me.
I'd like you to give it a check. See if old...
I don't ever get on Twitter.
It's on Twitter.
Yeah, I'll see.
If Lisa Loeb is still following you.
Lisa Loeb and then Yoko Ono. She would follow back automatically.
That's a pretty good one, too. I don't have any. I think at one time I did have somebody kind of famous following me, but I don't remember who it is. But I can tell you that the most famous follow I have on Twitter is the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think so, too.
I think the Arch follows you, too, and they don't follow
they do.
me.
They do. The St. Louis Arch follows me, too.
And I'm like, I worked there.
I'm going to see if the Arch is still following me. Yeah, you did. Hey, Gateway Arch. Follow at that Brando.
Yeah, Lisa Loeb still follows me.
She does?
Yep.
I'm looking up Gateway Arch, see if they... I'm happy.
So she's got... So here we go. She's got 72,000 followers, and she's following 25,000. So she follows a lot of people, obviously, but it's not an automatic follow back.
All right, I'm going to start following her today on Twitter to see if she follows me back.
Yeah, she's funny, too. She's good.
All right, you can text us on the Cheney Window and Door text line, 314-669-4665.
Hi, I'm Mark Cantor. My law firm is Cantor Injury Law. Honor, integrity, loyalty, faith, and family are the principles and the foundation of Cantor Injury Law, and why we get justice for the injured and can win you the big bucks. If you have been in a car accident, truck accident, boating, or ATV crash, or even had a dog bite, please call Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999. There is no fee unless you win. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
Oh, hey, this is Tom from Salt and Smoke. I like this podcast because it's made by real people who bring their own take on what's doing. Makes my day a little nicer to hear them talk. That's kind of what we try to do at Salt and Smoke. Real food from scratch, made the way we think is best to make your day have a little more flavor. Find your bestie at saltandsmokebbq.com. Oh, and Chris isn't that funny.
The Courtney Show.
Can't wait to show my friends today. Best thing I saw yesterday.
Sometimes I screenshot things just because I want to, bring it up, even if it's for a second. And this is the only place that really works. I'm just letting you know that Linda Gray from Dallas looks incredible. I just saw a picture of her. She doesn't look all surgeried up.
Oh, yeah.
She looks
incredible.
Just incredible. Sue Ellen from Dallas.
I didn't watch Dallas, but I do recognize her.
She looks great. And then I heard a song this weekend. I took a screenshot of it because I hadn't heard it in years and years. Do you remember the picture? Remember the song by Moving Pictures, What About Me?
Oh, yeah.
It's a really terrible song, but I love it a lot. Nick made fun of me the whole time I was listening to it.
Can't you see?
He sings, Can't You See? Can't you see?
Yes.
So I just wanted to mention. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know it.
And then one more. Nikki Hancock shared this, and you may have seen this before. I think I might have seen it before. It's on an Instagram account called Upworthy, and they post really sweet stories.
Oh, okay.
If students thoroughly read my online syllabus, they'll find an Easter egg to send a picture of an otter for extra credit. I forget that I've done this until I start receiving emails titled Otter, LOL. Update, fifth otter has been sent with a message that is a very wise otter, one that approves of 5 extra credit points. And it's like an otter with a walking stick.
Is that a fake picture? Or is
I don't
it just
know.
An otter.
It's
Happen to be
incredible.
holding a stick.
But I love that she does that. So I just wanted to mention
Yeah,
it.
that's funny.
All right, what about you?
Well, I mentioned that. I'll put
What about you?
I mentioned the homecoming picture of me, and so I'll put that up along with Aaron and Owen.
Yes, for sure.
We can compare the fellas. This is just some funny things. This is from, I want to do this one first. Oh, okay. So this I thought was, I think we've maybe talked about this before. I don't know if this was the best thing, but it just it reminded me of moments of failure as a father. He said, I made my kids watch Airplane and they didn't think it was funny, and I just don't know where to go from here. It is true. You're like,
Oh, man, it crushes
be
you.
careful with those movies that you love, because you want your kids, you just assume that they're going to love it too. You're like excited, like, oh, I can't wait to show you. Like Top Secret is the movie for me. Like, I love that movie. I would love for them to watch it, but I have a feeling they'll be like, this is dumb.
Man, I'm afraid.
And then I'll make them move.
I'm a little afraid. I think the fear is there to showing them a movie that they could pan.
Right. And it's not the big ones, like Star Wars or something.
No,
You're like,
it's
well,
those
they're
little
going to see
side.
that.
It's those side movies that were meaningful to you.
Yes, it's like a movie that I'm like, I don't know they will not see this unless I make them watch it, and there's a chance that they won't. I think we had them watch like Back to the Future or Ghostbusters or something, and they just were like, And so I was like, I don't think I want to watch them. Watch the movies anymore.
I was very happy my nieces fell in love with a few of the ones I loved that weren't the big ones.
Yeah.
Like Adventures in Babysitting, they absolutely love, and Can't Buy Me Love. They love both of those.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
This is from somebody named Rob. He said, surprised Aaron Rodgers didn't play well in the so, let me start that again. He said, surprised Aaron Rodgers didn't play well in the super early game. Old people are usually wide awake at that hour.
What time was it?
I think it was like the first game of the day.
But it was before noon because it had been on for a while.
Yeah, I just thought it was like a weird dig on him. This is from Marina. She said, I met a microbiologist today. He was a lot bigger than I expected. That was just for Tim. He's not here.
That's too
In
bad.
his spirit.
It's lost.
I would have gotten a ding, I think.
You could have really gotten keep this thing going for longer. I did over the weekend too. He sent me a picture of Timothy, and I just commented on just like his dad.
Just like his dad.
Tiny legs.
He's probably not going to come back.
He might not, and I don't blame him. I started this, and I have some guilt.
Yeah,
but I'm also
wait till the next pizza party. People are going to be bringing that up.
I have some guilt, yet I'm also enjoying it.
Get some great comedy out of it.
I'm being torn.
It's worth it.
Two different ways, because I know that I don't know if I'd love it going on this long if it were me. Those are the best things that we saw. You can see them at The Courtney Show STL on Facebook, Instagram. So give us a follow if you're not already following us. Sean O'Brien is going to be here very, very soon. We've got Food Court. That's next on The Courtney Show.
Food Court.
1065 The Arch.
Food Court is brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app. I believe Sean O'Brien is arriving shortly.
Yeah, I think he just is coming up the stairs. So
all right, so as soon as he gets
hop out
here,
and grab him.
You can run out, get him, and I'll just talk amongst myself. I want to thank Clementine's, specifically Julie Lally, who's just one of my favorite people. She dropped off some ice cream for us.
Oh, what flavors?
They have fall flavors. I have the bag in here.
Okay.
And this is a good thing. This is the one, just kind of perk for Brando doing this job and getting food. And for me, so I don't feel like wasteful, you can take all the stuff home and your kids will enjoy it.
Oh,
or they won't and they can
love it.
Or they won't and they can critique it for us. So yeah, they have a bunch of new Halloween flavors. They have a Midnight Cherry Bite. It's a light vanilla ice cream speckled with house-made brownie bites and a swirl of tart cherry compote. Hot honey cinnamon. Caramelized hot honey ice cream with warm cinnamon, a hint of cayenne, and smooth vanilla for a fiery sweet fusion.
That's interesting.
Vegan Franken Crunch. This is a creamy matcha vanilla ice cream with cornflake clusters and sweet strawberry slices.
Oh, get that to Tim.
For an electrifying treat. And then pumpkin orange cardamom. Is it cardamom or cardamom?
Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that.
It's some kind of citrusy orange ice cream with warmth and zest. And chocolate lovers, they're going to be doing a collaboration pop-up shop. Oh, no, that was Saturday. Never mind, because that was Friday. We were dropped off all this ice cream. Gotcha. So I'll let you dig into it.
Yeah, I'll try it. Let me go grab Sean first. I'll be right
you grab Sean. You want to try that hot honey cinnamon?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll get that ready for you. It's interesting to me, that cinnamon thing, and I wanted to bring this up. Every year it's Halloween, which means we're going to talk about Halloween candy and candy in general. And they always have lists, and they have, once again this year, put out the list of what their favorite candy is. But it's not just this year. They looked at the past 17 years for this analysis. And it changes a little bit when you look at the 17 years. And of course, you can say, well, is this Halloween related? Well, they looked at the purchasing of candy leading up to Halloween to put this list together. So there's a clear number one usually in Reese's peanut butter cups are always the clear number one. But this year, for the first time, this is going to make Brando happy. Another candy has eclipsed the Reese's peanut butter cup, if you look at the past 17 years leading up to Halloween, to take the number one spot with the number one in most states. And that candy is
M&M's?
M&M's.
I was going to guess Kit Kat.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sean O'Brien has entered the conversation.
Good morning.
How you
Good
doing,
morning,
man?
world. How are we, buddy?
Good to see you.
You too, guys. Good to see you.
Would you like to try some ice cream?
What do we? Yeah, that's smart. I usually eat breakfast in bed anyway, so I just woke up. Let's start. What are we cooking today?
We got a couple different flavors. I already. What do you like? Pumpkin. If you don't worry about it. We got others. Midnight cherry bite. It's got brownie pieces in it.
I think you got to go pumpkin for the season, right?
You don't have to do anything, Sean.
Right.
You can do whatever you want.
I mean, I literally just tried the Oreo Coke.
It's terrible.
Not for everybody.
We've got some over there.
nothing.
It tastes like diet. Oh, are you talking about the Oreo cookie?
Cookie Coke
Yeah,
Zero.
it's terrible.
Yeah, it's.
That was gross.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was
This is pretty good.
Is it?
basically Diet Coke, but all right. So let's see. We'll go.
That's the pumpkin. These are
This is
small batch ice cream.
Hot honey cinnamon is what I'm hitting.
That's what he's having. And so did you eat the Oreo or did you drink the soda?
I just drank the soda.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
Because
I drank
there's an
the soda.
Oreo
Okay.
that's a Coca-Cola Oreo.
What?
It's not good.
They went back and forth. The Coke drink,
Yeah.
the Oreo Coke is better than the Coke Oreo.
Yes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know.
The drink is better than the cookie.
Yeah. I mean, where are we going to draw the line with this? Like, I mean, what's next week? Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah.
Is that going to go?
Oh, I'm sure.
Sour Patch Kids Sprite?
Yes.
Which might be good. Actually,
might be.
now I'm thinking,
Well,
we should try it.
It reminds me a little bit of the Zima, and you used to put a Jolly Rancher in the Zima.
You got that right. That's right. Zima. Something different. Best expression ever. That's what I said. And
Ice cream is good. It's not like super spicy. That's what I was curious about.
The watermelon Jolly Rancher made you look classy. I have spoons here. That means I have taste.
Yeah. No, I was there. I remember those days.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I never tried I only remember having like one Zima and was like, this is not for me. But I didn't do a Jolly Rancher in it, so maybe I messed it up.
I think I was just anything I got my hands on. I was like, I'll try it.
I will drink this right now.
Great.
Pumpkin, you like it?
I'm on board.
You like it?
Yeah.
All right. So M&M's have taken, they are the number one spot, and that is looking at the past 17 years. They're number one in a variety of different states. Number two, of course, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Florida, Kentucky, New Hampshire, Wyoming. Number three, you just mentioned them, Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, Illinois. Remember, it was always really
Illinois.
high.
It's in Illinois.
It's always high in Illinois.
Illinois, Alaska, Delaware, Maine, Nebraska, New York, and Texas.
You're weird.
Number four is Skittles.
Yeah, kids
Strong.
love Skittles.
Skittles are the one that they all are the same flavor, but they're not.
No, they're not all.
What one's the
It's like
same?
Sweet Tarts or something. I thought were all the same flavor.
I thought somebody said Skittles were all they're not the same
No, they're
flavor.
not the same flavor.
They're
And
not, but I see what she's saying. They are close.
It's
Blind
they're
taste
similar.
test is tough.
But
with
then they have the
with
different
Skittles.
color, like berries or, the different types or like tropical Skittles.
Original Skittles, I think I could nail all the original flavors.
I think you could do a blind taste test.
No
and you would
problem.
know the
You think so?
Yeah.
And I can say, because I now have concession stand experience,
He worked concession this weekend at the homecoming game.
Friday and
Nice.
Saturday night.
Look at that double threat guy.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm, sought after, I believe, after that. But Skittles are popular amongst the
Sometimes
candy.
Skittles just hit the spot.
We had a lot of different candy options. Hershey bar, I think it sold one. Snickers sold one. I didn't sell any Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Sold multiple Kit Kats, but sold mostly Skittles and Airhead Extremes. I think it was Airhead Extreme. So it's like a sour
taffy.
Yeah, it looked gross, but I sold probably more of those than anything else. Whole box of them.
God, you guys remember Warheads?
Yes, they still have those.
Like they're like either atomically hot or just so sour, like you're just
What are they?
eating lemons.
What were they made of?
Pain. I think they were made of pain.
But was it like
As
a
you
gummy?
suffered.
Was it a gummy or was it like
it was
a
just
hard
like
candy?
hard candy.
Hard candy, I think.
And it was just, I believe there was just, your mouth will blow on fire. You're going to have that option. Or would you like to have 9 lemons at once?
And it was
you're 5.
Individually wrapped, where it was just like, this, you're only going to need one. That's it.
It
one,
was so
and you're
bad
ruined.
and so fun.
Did you ever have Zots growing up? Zots were the ones they were like a candy, and then once you sucked on the candy for a while, there was this acid that came out from the center.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
It
did.
would fizz, and it was this. I just think of it as acid.
Yeah, it feels like that.
Yes.
We had a bunch. Somebody sent
us some. They're still making
But
Zots.
I had never had them until somebody sent them in.
They would be in like that bag where you would have like the strawberry one. There would be like 5 or 6 different like
flavors,
Mix
right?
them in.
Or mix them in, and then like that thing, and then it would be like
it felt like it was sizzling.
It did.
Not like a Pop Rocks, but not entirely not a Pop Rock.
It didn't
Something
pop,
was going on.
but it spilled out.
All of a sudden,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
didn't know,
I know.
you're like, "What? Oh, something's going on." My Zot's broken.
Next, we've got Starburst. Then Hot Tamales is number 1 in a few states. It's number 6 on the list for most popular. Candy corn's next.
I mean, people love it.
candy corn can go pound sand. I want no part of it. I don't know why they made it.
What about the
it gets
different
worse every
flavors,
year.
though?
No.
Have you tried it
out.
with salted peanuts in a mix?
In fairness, I haven't. So
I don't like candy corn.
Yeah.
But if you do a 50-50 mix of it with peanuts, it's
Payday.
crazy. It tastes just like you're eating a payday. It's like your
all
brain
right.
gets tricked.
all right, yeah, because they're like, well, this isn't good on its own. We need to mix it with something.
Yeah.
It's like you just don't eat butter either.
That's
when you
true,
put it
yeah.
with other
We
things.
don't? Is that frowned upon?
Oh, wait,
Why
what
not?
What are you talking? I just did that.
Hershey's Kisses are next, then Hershey Mini Bars, and then Butterfinger. By the way, Missouri, your top choice is an Almond Joy.
Oh boy,
Man.
I thought Sour Patch Kids were lame.
I like Almond Joys.
Ugh.
I don't think I did and appreciated coconut when I was younger, but I don't mind an Almond Joy.
That's
Yeah,
the
I
other
mean, if-
candy I couldn't think of that's left over when I get the chocolate, the big bag of the different chocolates. It's Whoppers and Almond Joy. Nobody in our family eats Whoppers or Almond Joy.
What is your number 1
I'll tell you.
weakness candy?
I'll tell you right now, and
Tell
this
me
should be
right
a national
now.
story. The Swedish Fish, number 1, without question. I know, and see, this is the problem. I lose the crowd in this because they're definitely they're not a top 10 talker. I don't know. I like just the texture. I like the flavor. I guess
like
it's
the
like just a
texture.
cherry jelly bean, essentially. It's
I
not
don't-
a jelly bean, but
Swedish Fish are all cherry. Is that right?
yeah,
Yes.
they're all usually the one flavor, and I don't know. They just work for me, man. They work for me. So I'll always stand by the Swedish Fish.
You don't like a little, I think they're too, I don't like the texture.
Oh, I kind of like it.
And I like a gummy bear.
But it's different than a gummy.
It's
It
different.
is.
It's too easy to bite through. I want more time with it.
You're
Well,
right.
the Swedes,
it is.
they're like, we don't want to spend all this time chewing.
On
Exactly.
dental
Let's-
work.
That's why they
speed it
sell
up.
more.
Yeah, we're going to make them
probably
big and not so chewy.
So that's number 1. That's
probably my number one.
Is that your go-to road trip food? Because you're on the road a lot.
I am on a lot. It is definitely up there. Sour Patch Kids are big.
What is your salty preference on a, besides your relationship with Greg Warren?
Oh yeah, that's a good call. That would definitely rank number 1 without question. That monster.
What is your, like, the only time I ever buy a corn nut is when I'm on the road on a road trip.
Right.
I never buy it any other time in my life. But if I'm hitting the road, I'm getting a bag of corn nuts.
I get that.
And they
I
have a
get that.
new like taco flavor that's really good. So what is your salty fave?
I'd still go with the Slim Jim.
Slim Jim, you're a
you
meat
count
stick
that?
kind of guy.
Yeah, but like exclusively gas station in the middle of Nebraska. Like, I can't just go off the Schnucks and start eating Slim Jim. It's just I've already got the Swedish fish problem, so I don't want to tack it on.
That's the
with
nice
this.
thing about getting a snack at a gas station. You're like, well, I mean, there's only so many things here.
Oh, it's great. It's a great way to justify to eat like a slob.
Yeah, but if you grab a lot of Slim Jims at Schnucks, it's like, well, dude, there's a whole store here.
Yeah, I know. Just get real meat.
Yeah, you could get a sandwich.
I mean, why don't I just get summer sausage while I'm at it? I mean, what are we doing here, folks?
Oh, I do love some summer sausage.
That is.
Summer sausage.
Going a tangent there.
And cheese on a cracker.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Those little, and you'd always like kind of turn. I remember my mom and dad when they'd get those summer sausage kits for Christmas from a friend, and I was like, oh, how weak. And then once you start getting into it, you're like, well, this is next level. Fantastic.
Money in the bank. Oh, it's my favorite part of the year now.
Do you sandwich up do you do a cracker and then meat, cheese, and cracker?
No,
or
one
just,
cracker.
Yeah, I do. Just
Open-faced cracker sandwich.
I don't need the double cracker.
No, the double cracker doesn't work.
Too much cracker, and it falls apart.
Yeah. Did you know that Swedish fish, from Angie said, they used to come in grape and were the bomb?
No. Oh, man. I might have to make an eBay stop today.
That is Nick's one saddest thing that he thinks about often. Grape, Hubba Bubba, bubble gum.
That was his.
Oh, no. Bubblicious.
Bubblicious.
Grape, Bubblicious. He talks about it weekly.
Respectable. I'm right there with him on the other side with the orange.
Orange Bubblicious.
And
I love that orange.
Magical.
What did they? Is
What a game
Bubblicious
changer.
not even a thing
I think
anymore?
Bubblicious is a thing, but they discontinued grape. The only grape I saw recently when I was at the local grocer, that would be Schnucks, was the Big League Chew grape.
Oh, yeah. Big League Chew's still fun. Yeah, Big League Chew.
Yeah, but
still making
Great
it happen.
Bubblicious.
I don't think so.
I'm looking right at it. 59 cents.
Really? I thought I tried
I
to
see
order it one
watermelon.
time.
At Walt Churchill's Market, whatever that is.
How does only Walt have it?
I don't know that it's the first place that came up.
Grape.
There's like I think.
I mean, I'm looking at it
Internet
in
be slow,
packages.
right? That looks new, too. That doesn't look like some old retro package.
I don't know.
There's
I think I
watermelon.
looked for it one time and I couldn't find it. Out of
Maybe they-
stock. Oh, he says bubble yum. I'm sorry. He just texted me.
Competition.
Grape
Okay.
bubble yum.
Dang it.
So it is. But I wonder if Bubblicious would scratch that itch.
Yeah. You think he'd know? Just take off the wrapper. There you go, man.
I mean, I'm seeing great bubble yum at Clements Marketplace.
I think I've gone down this road.
Yeah.
I've gone down this road.
You guys have a favorite gum? Sugar gum?
I don't. I do love that apple. There was an apple gum that I loved when I was growing up. It was I can't remember.
Yeah, I was.
Bub's Daddy was my big one when I was growing up.
That's right.
But they don't have it. What's yours?
It was the bubble gum tape. And
Bubble tape?
I'll still do it. It's happened at least 3 times this year. What are we in October now? 2024? Yeah, I probably about. And the thing, it's 6 feet, and I just sit there like a monster, just shoveling, and I'm like, I think I just had 4 feet of gum, which that makes it worse. It's like, do you have to put it in measurements? Just say here's like just a twine of it, and just let me have. You don't have to be
4 feet. What are you going on flavor wise? Just regular old bubble gum?
I like original on that.
All right.
On the original, yeah.
Mine was Big League Chew.
League Chew's real solid. Yeah.
There was something felt wrong about it every time. Like, this is supposed to be tobacco, but I'm pretending that it's not, and it's gum.
I mean, yeah.
But this is not.
It's a great idea. I don't think it was a gateway.
Right.
I think it was.
Do you?
I chewed for a
You
while.
did?
I tried it.
That's because you were a ball player.
I was a dumb kid.
Yeah.
That was
In
a
my
gateway.
mind, I was
then.
like, I finally made it to the big time. Give me that red man.
All right, that's all the time we have. We're overextended on Food Court. It is brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app. Sean O'Brien hanging out with us this morning.
you can count on Cantor. Hi, I'm Mark Cantor of Cantor Injury Law. Cantor Injury Law is local, and that's much different than the other lawyers you see advertising. You can count on Cantor to know you and your injury. Count on Cantor to know the law and how to maximize the money you win in your case. You can count on Cantor because we've been winning cases like yours for 30 years. Visit CantorInjuryLaw.com or call us at 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
The Courtney Show.
Time to win some tickets. How about a 4-pack of passes to St. Louis Renaissance Festival? That is going on now. It was going on over the weekend. It goes on through now through October 27th. It's going on in Wentzville. You can get food and shops. There's crafts, multiple stages of live entertainment. All you got to do is call 314-954-1065 or 618-398-1065 because we are getting ready to play Throwback Live. Sean, have you ever been to the Renaissance Festival?
Never been, and it sounds awesome.
I want to go just to get the turkey leg.
I could see that, yeah.
I've never walked around with a full-size turkey leg.
Yeah, I've never been to a Renaissance Festival, which I got to just get with it.
I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Plus, like the really large, I'm assuming they do like a big stein of beer.
Yeah, like some big 50-ounce pitcher or something.
So you walk around with that, and then you got the big turkey leg,
man, yeah.
And you look like...
Rip off your shirt.
Yeah, something out of like 16th century England.
I love it, man. Yeah, I love it.
Like a noble just eating turkey and drinking grog.
Yeah. Isn't there like a part at Six Flags that kind of... Isn't there like a little shop that tries to like
I think so.
replicate
Well,
that?
I know they do don't they do turkey legs at Six Flags?
I know they do that.
I've seen it happen.
I thought there was some... Maybe I'm thinking of a different one and not St. Louis, but they had some like...
Silver Dollar
replication.
City does a lot of that, like, not Renaissance time, but, you know, you go into a shop and you sort of feel like you're stepping back in time. Like, oh, this is, the blacksmith is here making stuff out of iron and steel and banging away on the, and I'm sure they have a blacksmith there, too.
It's Dolly.
All right.
All right, our contestants for Throwback Live. Brando will be playing for Donna. I'll be playing for Robin. And Tim's playing for Heather up for grabs, like you heard. If you weren't sure, the Renaissance Festival in Wentzville.
Throwback Live is brought to you by the Madison County Fireman's Bingo Hall with a chance to win $25,000 in their Crazy 8 raffle. She's great at what she does. She's stylish, sporting a little rock and roll in here today.
Rocktober.
Real grunge look.
Afton is here.
Afton.
Hey guys, I really need a flannel shirt to go with it
that's a
to
good
complete
idea.
it.
Awesome.
Maybe next time.
Wouldn't have brought that up at all.
How's pumpkin spice season going for
Oh
you?
man, so spicy.
How was that coffee I gave you?
It was great.
You liked it?
Yeah, yeah. Ryan really liked it, so thank you. It was great. And Beck was like, "Why did she give you this?" I'm like, "Because she loves me and knows I love pumpkin." So,
Yeah. I'm telling you, I went to Schnucks and I could buy 700 pumpkin items for you to try. And I would love to do that, but I think you'd be in a
over pumpkin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Sometimes
curious.
they don't quite get the spice
I'm
right.
curious about your top pumpkin spice picks out of all of
Okay.
the snacks and food and all
I
that.
can narrow it down.
All right.
I'll put together a list.
Let's get a top five.
Some pumpkin picks.
Okay.
All right. Sounds
That's a
good.
tease, folks.
That's what we call a deep
If we
tease.
remember to do it again and follow up, we will come back to it.
Stand by.
Yeah, well, for today, let's just do a little throwback live. Marty's got throwback clips for you guys, and you're going to ring in for your listeners with these sounds. Courtney, Brando, and Tim. What's going on there?
Do it again.
Come on.
There it is.
Sometimes it gets a little bubble in it.
It does. Question 1, who's talking here?
It's just that Twitter has a lot of people's attention.
Courtney?
I'm going to say Jack Dorsey.
No. Brando?
Elon Musk.
It is Elon.
And it tends to be the people that are that read a lot or are interested in current events.
Doesn't
Used to have a
particularly
lot
sound-
of activity.
Yeah. Now it's called X.
I'm not calling it that.
I know, me neither. Question 2, name the sitcom.
This is exactly what happened during the Great Hair.
Oh my gosh. Brando.
Golden Girls.
It is Golden Girls.
The Great Herring War? Yes, between the Lindstroms and the Johanssons. Oh, that Great Herring War.
That Rose, man.
Oh, Rose.
St. Olaf's own Rose.
Question 3, name this 1970s movie.
Flight 209er clear.
Courtney?
Oh, did you say 79?
No, 70s.
Oh, okay. Airplane?
It is airplane.
Vector 324.
We have clearance, Clarence.
Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Question 4. Name this former St. Louis Blues hockey player.
The commissioner and the Players Association.
Tim?
Brett Hull.
No. Courtney?
Brendan Shanahan?
No.
And the players themselves have done a really nice job. We are growing. We are getting stronger. The players in the game now, the young guys, Taves and Stamkos, we got great kids. They're just...
There was a clue in there, but
the commissioner and the Players Association and the players themselves have done a really nice job. We are growing. We are getting stronger. The players in the game now, the young guys, Taves and Stamkos, we got great kids. They're just...
It's wrong, but Chris Pronger.
No. It's Wayne Gretzky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tricky.
Marty's proud of himself.
Very tricky.
Yeah.
Little smirk.
That's right. All right, we have 2 points, Brando, 1 point, Courtney. Question 5, name this backward song title or artist. Courtney?
Is it Laura Branigan?
It is Laura Branigan.
Wow. I can't believe I got that.
Yeah.
Never would have happened.
Okay, we have a tie between Courtney and Brando. Here's your tiebreaker. Question 6.
Marty loves
He
it.
loves
I like
it. Name this comedian.
Oh, Miss Muffet, stand on
Courtney.
Andrew Dice Clay.
That is correct. For a Landrum win.
And that is a win for you, Robin. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
All the things from you can see in Wentzville every weekend through October 27th. It's the St. Louis Renaissance Festival. You have a 4-pack of passes. Congratulations. We'll get those to you. We'll have another 4-pack to give away tomorrow on The Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
Sean O'Brien joining us this morning. Thanks for getting up early and coming in.
You know, for you guys, love it. I got 2 people who are reasonable, rational, not screaming at me.
Well,
Greg Warren,
it's
that's
early.
what I'm talking about. So.
Now let's welcome in Greg Warren.
No, I'm out. I gotta leave. I'm out.
With his attorney. So the podcast started. It was the first one dropped last week, and it's
Correct.
called The Consumers.
Correct. The Consumers.
And people can get it wherever they get podcasts.
Anywhere you get podcasts, simply type in The Consumers. Or if you like to watch on YouTube, you would go to Nate Bargatze's YouTube channel. It's called Nateland, and we will be kind of like in what they call like rows. You will see The Consumers under this.
Quite a set you got.
Kind of in a creepy way, like if you like to watch.
If you like, yeah, you're right. Boy, I did. I'll give you that. It is, if you like to watch our podcast.
I just rather listen. Wait, that doesn't sound good either.
You're not wrong in that. That did come out way weirder than I wanted it to be. So
I did like I saw a clip of it. I haven't yet to listen to it. I'm sorry. And odds are I probably won't.
I don't blame
being
you.
totally honest.
I don't listen either.
But I will watch a video if it rolls up in my feed.
You like to watch.
I do like to watch. And I stand by your side with the pools.
Oh, it's infuriating.
Yeah. But I understand why they do it. I do understand. But I don't understand why the neighborhood pools do it. They don't have to follow the same guidelines as a public pool where there's membership.
What's going on with the pools?
And how they open Memorial Day and they close on Labor Day, and we've got 100-degree temperatures after.
And I'm talking about at a condo where you pay an HOA.
Yes.
And the main part of a good chunk of it goes towards the pool. Mm-hmm. And I go in the day after Labor Day, and I'm like, locked, the key fob won't work.
Yeah.
And it's like
I'm
98
like, what
degrees.
is this? Like, I don't know. I just wasn't connecting the dots. And then my girlfriend's like, well, you idiot. She's like, what are you doing? She's like, it's, Memorial Day, Labor Day. And I'm like, why? She's like, because that's the way it is.
It doesn't make sense. And I'll tell you, this is when I'd probably mostly use the pool after the kids all go back to school.
Yes, this is why I wanted to be there.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is beautiful.
Yes.
That makes sense.
So
I wanted Adult Swim to happen at my pool for quite a while. And they came down on you with that. Like it was absurd to think of such a thing. I'm with you on it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love the kids. Kids are kids. They have fun, but they do run wild. And I'm like, this is my time. I have about 28 days here. I can really, with other adults. And how many days is in September was at over 80.
Oh,
close to all of them.
We need to revise that.
We got to update it.
Especially, we need somebody in charge of the HOA that's going to fight this battle for us, and it's not going to be me. But I will put my allegiance toward that candidate if they come forward. Let's extend the opening, the close date.
HOA president.
Oh, that'll be my next. I already started something months ago. I did grassroots door to door. I lost my mind because they were trying to tell us we had to cut down our trees, and it was in a common area.
I'm not doing this.
And I'm like, no,
knocking on doors.
I'm like, it's in the common area. You cut it down. They're like, well, you have to. I'm like, I'm not. And then so I literally knocked at people's doors. They're like, where do you guys want to meet? I go, let's go to the Funny Bone. I have access to the Funny Bone in Westport. So I just opened that. I like 100 people in my condo complex had this meeting. We called in the board members, and we won to some degree.
Way to go.
So, yeah, I did it. One thing I'm proud of is, I can't get out of bed usually before noon, but I'm going door to door, making sure people, so we don't cut down trees.
So Sean's going to hang out with us this morning. We do have a question of the day. We threw it to you very early this morning because I recently found out Nick's on TikTok, but he doesn't contribute to TikTok. He just watches.
He's behind the curtain type.
Yes.
thing.
I mean, a lot of TikTok, constant. And he was recently followed by Richard Marks.
Yes.
It's a big moment.
Because he made a comment on one of Richard Marks' videos, and I don't know.
He will be waiting for him.
Is he following him because he liked the comment or because he's didn't like the comment? Did he say something flattering about?
No, he didn't. He was just like, hey, there's no reason for you to bring this story up. You have these credentials. He has it was more of a no-nonsense comment.
Mm-hmm.
I feel sorry for you that you're sharing this story when you don't need to worry about it.
Weird that he would follow him then. Because those are the type of comments where I'm like,
maybe
you're dead to me.
Maybe he's waiting for him to post something so he can go.
Oh, and then he's going to pounce on him.
Maybe, but good luck. It's never going to happen.
He should post something just to get Richard Marks to comment on one of his things.
You're above this, Nicky the Fork. So we asked the most famous people following you, and I got a couple of those. Jumbotron said Ben Bailey from Cash Cab follows her. He follows me too.
Nice. Yeah.
I don't want to brag, but he does.
Ben's the man.
I'm friends with Ricky Rocket of Poison on Facebook.
Oh,
That's
no
Mike
kidding.
from Fenton. Don't laugh. This is from Andrea from Wentzville. But Hallmark Christmas actor Tyler Hines, he's so dreamy, liked a comment I made on the Hallmark Christmas KC Experience Facebook page, and I could not contain my excitement. She's a Hallmark Christmas movie nerd.
Very specific location and actor.
Renee had a fun interaction with Dick Van Dyke. She said, I'm sure it was his wife or publicist, but it was still great. Somebody had a fine little correspondence on social media with Andrew Lloyd Webber, which was very cool. Let's see what else. Oh, Jim Wolitis said his crowning moment was a comment. He made a comment
Probably
on
about
Josh.
Mark Grace or something.
No. It was Josh Gad. He's all bundled up in his car with a hat on. It was winter, and Jim Wolitis said, "You look frozen." And he wrote back, I see what you did there. So that was his big crowning achievement moment. So if you guys want to share who your most famous follower is or interaction on social media, we'd love to hear from you. Who's the most famous?
I don't know if it's the most. I'll tell you, it's my most favorite.
Yeah.
I'm very excited that I'm friends with Jack Hughes. Now you're going, who is that? I'll tell you, he's half of Wang Chung. That's right, Wang Chung.
We had to get Wang
Dance
Chung
All Days.
in here.
I know, which just makes this even more magical of a story.
I think he follows me.
Does he now?
He was
I'm happy
probably
for you,
expecting
but
to see you.
This was 3 years ago. I just said, hey, Dance All Days changed my life. And then friend request on Facebook. I was like, this is what we're talking about.
They were a delight.
Oh, they were
so
great.
much fun.
They were
Love
everything,
'em.
and they were more than I could have expected.
Yes.
I loved them more than I did before they walked in here. They were that great.
Love it. Yeah, and they play Dance All Days and everybody have fun tonight. And
They did both of those.
I think they did.
Yes.
so good.
So good. The words, though, really singing them wrong on Dance Hall Days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some weird words in there that I always thought it was cool with Christ.
Oh, and what is it?
It's something else.
She's still singing the old version.
I will never not sing the old version.
How many times have you done that with songs where you think they're saying, like that song, Here I Go Again on My Own? I always thought this is what I thought when I was a kid they said. I thought he said, like a twister, I was born to walk alone. That makes no sense. And I think I've been saying that up to like a year ago.
What is it?
It's like a drifter.
Drifter.
Do you know what the original
Drifter.
line was?
No, and I'm afraid to ask.
It was like a hobo. I was born to walk alone.
It was. There's a version of that out there.
There's a recorded version.
Oh, please, can we find it?
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Yeah,
I've played it.
He's
for him.
played it before.
It's a whole
that
other
is
arrangement
great.
of it, and somebody was like, "This is not going to go over well in the U.S." It's like, "Well, no, it's a hobo." Like, don't say hobo.
Oh, that is terrific.
We were
That is
cool
terrific.
on craze.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh,
I mean, I was singing
we're
Christ.
still saying Christ.
That has to do with, my Catholic upbringing, possibly. I'm not sure. If you guys want to text us your most famous interaction or your crowning achievement on social media, you can text us on the Cheney Window and Door text line 314-669-4665.
The Courtney Show.
Courtney and Brando joined by comedian and friend Sean O'Brien. Can I call you friend?
I hope
Friend?
you call me friend.
Friend of the show.
I wouldn't want it any other way. And Brando, too. You're not getting out of this.
You're my pal.
Thank you, buddy.
When is your next appearance in St. Louis at the Funny Bone?
Next Funny Bone, I believe it's going to be the second week of December at Westport.
Are you doing
Plaza.
anything for Greg's show? Isn't that in November?
That is in November. I do not think I'm going to do anything on that show.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's that bad between you two.
Yeah. I put him on the bench. He's like, hey, you're on the show, right? I go, I'm out. Or actually, I threaten him. I want triple pay or I walk. So we're still in negotiations. So. No, honestly, no. Greg,
Hardball.
I've been so much, his opener so much. So he likes to give some other guys and girls opportunities, which is actually a nice thing to do. So I think that's what he's doing for his big gig here at Westport.
Would you call Greg your best friend?
Yeah, I would.
Where would you put Tim in the friend level? I'm trying to start some stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll
This
make
is
their
good.
podcast better.
This is true.
Tim, he'd be
He's
in the
up
top
there.
10.
He's up there.
He'd be probably 5 to 8.
So it's Greg, then anybody locally, or do you have to go back to your hometown of Rochester? You're from Rochester, right?
From Rochester,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, there's a couple guys that probably be our lifestyle's a little more similar. In fairness, Tim, two kids, raising them right now, crazy busy. I'm not. So we're just in different wavelengths.
totally.
So
When you're out on the road with Tim or at a show and meeting fans, do you find yourself having to explain his short legs?
I did not.
you were going to say that.
I did not bring that up. That was Brando.
That's beautiful, man. No,
This was
I'm
a
now gonna make
topic.
that a
This was
point.
our whole topic of conversation last week.
It really turned into something last week.
Does he have short legs? Really?
Courtney pointed it out.
I said it.
And I thought it was a wonderful observation.
I said, well, because you have short legs. Like it was just a known thing, and then it was not a known thing.
No. It knocked him down, which was okay because he's not too far from the ground. He was able to get back up, But it did take him out for a while.
And then Brando went back in for more
I wrote
with
a
the
song
Finally
about
Friday
it, yeah.
song. So it's been a thing.
Oh, no, that's great. It's going to come up now for the next 5 years every time I see him. So
I mean,
won't go away.
he's doing okay. He's doing okay.
He's got a wonderful life.
He's doing just fine.
Yeah. No,
he does things that a lot of able-bodied people can't do.
All right, Sean, I'm going to quiz you. Don't you like to stay up with current sayings and you want to know what people are talking about, the younger generation?
Yeah, I do. What are the kids saying?
All right, I'm going to give you a word or a phrase, and you're going to tell me what you think it means. Now, Brando probably knows a lot of these, but any that you don't know, feel free to jump in. But if you hear the youngsters, and this is Alpha, and that's what your kids are, right?
Are they?
I don't know.
Is that what that is? Is this there's a new one? Generation Alpha?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
That's what the story that I read online
is.
Generation Alpha. Maybe it's 20-year-olds. Maybe it's my nieces.
Well, what would be the one before that?
No, younger.
Gen Z?
Generation Alpha is the term used to describe people born between 2010 and 2024. So some of my kids would not qualify for even this.
Okay, here we go. Do you know what a skibidi is? Skibidi. Skibidi.
A skibidi. When you pump your brakes on the highway and do a burnout.
You leave a skibidi mark.
Actually, that would probably work because there's really not one definition of it. It is it's a word that can be used for a wide range of contexts. It can mean cool or bad. It can describe someone who's obsessing over unimportant things. You can end a conversation with it. Skibidi. And it could also mean a toilet. The skibidi.
It's like the new F word, because that can be used in a lot of different ways.
I used to use schmig in this way. Mm-hmm. I'd say, that schmig. Or, do you have some of the schmig? All right. Next, you know what this is, right? Riz. Not just our coworker, but Riz is... This was like the word of the year last year.
Was
too,
it
I think.
Riz? R-I-Z?
R-I-Z-Z. You know what it is because you have a son that's got a lot of it.
I was going to say, I think this is Owen's curse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't even take a while. I don't know. Interchangeable for fire. I have no clue.
Charisma.
Charisma. All right. That's fair. I could see that.
How about sus?
Okay, so short for suspect. I see what's going on here, right?
That
Guy's
one?
a little sus, right?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah,
That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Ding on that one.
Okay, tell me if this is good or bad. Flex.
Okay, a flex is you're trying to be good, but you're being like a little cocky about it, right?
That's
so
it.
You're making a flex.
It's a negative, too. It's a negative.
Okay.
What about Sigma?
That is my health insurance. I know them very well.
So would you say it's good or bad?
It's 50-50.
Okay.
Depending on my copay.
It is an adjective to describe a guy who's even cooler than your typical alpha male. Why would you... Cooler?
Sigma, I don't know.
I don't
get that one.
Sigma male is basically some bro who has all the power of an alpha male, but a more subdued ego.
Oh.
So they've got all the...
But they're not as flaunted with
but they don't flex as much.
Yeah, look at
Oh, man, you're really...
Nice job.
Okay, how about this one? And I have a friend of mine texted me her daughter's homecoming date used this, and now she knows what it means. Aura points. A-U-R-A. Or I don't know if I'm saying that. Aura.
Is it aura?
Aura.
Is that how you'd say that?
Aura. Aura points.
Style.
Yeah, I don't.
Style. I don't know.
It's cool. It's your cool factor. Like you can say my aura points they were off the charts for this, or you lost aura points for something.
Oh, you can lose them too?
Yes, you can lose them.
Man, what a complicated
scoring
system.
I know. Like her celebration dance after the match had massive aura.
Okay.
All right.
I get it.
What about Delulu?
Delusional.
Yes. That's
really?
it. It's the same thing.
They're just not completing the word in some of these.
It's like, yes. I mean,
just
it's not anything.
I blame everything on that little girl in Sleepless in Seattle. She started the whole abbreviation thing, and it's taken off.
Oh, yeah, the girl in the chair.
She'd go H and G.
Yes.
Yeah. What?
Hello hi and goodbye. Hi and goodbye. Okay, and finally, and I know Brando knows this because he schooled us on it one day, Ohio.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Like the state spelling?
Yes.
That's just the word Ohio. I don't even remember that I schooled you on it.
You did. You
I
said
don't know.
that your kids were saying it.
They are.
A cool way to give a handshake. No clue.
Ohio is bad for some reason.
Yes,
It's
it is.
Cringe. It's not good. It's.
I don't know the derivation.
Ironically, so is the word, the context of that word. That is cringe.
Just the overall state.
Ohio's
cool.
Ohio's very upset about it. Them being a
I'm
negative.
sure they are.
It
Yeah,
says
they should be. That was great.
Reddit says it started with a series of memes that showed weird random things originally happening in Ohio.
Is that okay?
But soon, just anywhere, it transitioned in meaning weird, dumb, or creepy in general. It's cringe. It's not good.
I remember when like Augie and Amelia found out that Ohio was a real thing. Like this, it's a state, and they just thought it was funny.
They had no idea. Have they not learned their states yet?
I don't know.
What year? Do you ever?
I don't check in on their education. I just assume that everything is.
How old are you when you learned the capitals?
I don't know.
I was good. That was like the one thing I could do in school. I swear. I could probably go 45 up of 50
You
today.
think?
I do.
I think I might quiz you a little later.
I'm telling you, I'm sharp. I'd say 42 out of 50. I can get.
Backing off. I
Back
don't
off
even
a
know if
little
they
bit.
teach that anymore. That might be a skill that you get to keep forever.
Did you have a song? What about the presidents? Did you ever?
Presidents, I'm not great with.
No.
I knew a guy that could do them forwards and backwards. I don't know how he could do it, but
That's a skill.
he'd rattle
And you're
them
still
off.
talking about him.
Yeah, it was a bar thing. It's the only thing I remember about him. I mean, not even his name.
Sean O'Brien hanging out with us this morning. You don't even know what his name
I
is?
can't even remember his
That's
name.
funny.
Hurt in a car accident? Injured on the job? At Cantor Injury Law, we know how overwhelming it can feel. With over 100 years of combined local legal experience and over $500 million won, we fight to get you the justice you deserve.
You can count on Cantor Injury Law to stand by your side. You pay nothing out of pocket. We only win when you win.
When you're injured, count on Cantor. Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999, or visit CantorInjuryLaw.com.
You can count on Cantor.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
Well, we got a lot going on this morning, and I don't have enough time for all this. I'm going to get to what I can. So that new Netflix show, Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, has created obviously a buzz and a renewed interest in the Menendez brothers, who are both serving sentences of life in prison for the murder of their parents. So there's specifically an NBA basketball card that people are looking for now. So it is a 1990 Mark Jackson basketball card. And the only reason they're interested in it is in the crowd, sitting in the first row in the seats right behind him, you can see the Menendez brothers. So this is after the murders, but before they were arrested. I remember the stories were just like, they were just out like living their lives and going to basketball games and stuff. And people were like, what is going on? Like your parents just died. Like it was kind of a guilt sort of thing.
What year was that?
Well, the card is from 1990, so it'd be the 1989 season.
Okay.
Usually it's the following year. But I think this card comes up in that series, and that's why partially why it's getting some attention. But what the people are doing is not only are they going out to try to find this card, they're mailing it to them in prison, trying to get them to autograph the card and send it back. I can't imagine that they're doing it. Maybe they have, and then so other people are like, you just send them the card and they'll sign
bizarre.
it and send it back. But I put the card up on the blog today, like somewhere where it's for sale, and you can see the pictures to the left. There, you once you see them, they're right there. I mean, they're sitting in the front row behind him. But
Dude, it's insane. I might have the card.
You're kidding?
I'm not kidding. But back in New York, I have crates of basketball cards from like 87 to 94.
And I think he played for the Knicks at the time.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was Knicks or Golden State, but
I didn't write that down. I feel like he played for the Knicks. But anyway, look for it. It's the card that I put up on the blog. It's like $50 somebody was selling it for. So it might be worth some money too.
I feel like it'd be worth more if they didn't sign it.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It's worth trying to get him to sign it, I guess. Dan Cleary was a guitar and bass tech on the now defunct Jane's Addiction tour, and he recently posted video of Perry Farrell's somewhat isolated vocals from the night he blew up on stage and like yelled at Navarro and went after him. And we've got the audio. So the full video is up on the blog, and I've got
You've got some audio from it?
I believe I do.
They're
Nope,
saying
I don't.
And they're saying he doesn't sound great.
He sounds rough, and he is, and so this guy, this Dan, is like narrating it too, which is a little confusing. So he's narrating it, basically saying like he's singing the wrong thing right here. He's coming in at the wrong time. Like he's not paying attention to what song is being played. He's like, there's a whole comedy of errors basically leading up to that point where he starts shouting at everybody. So not only does he sound awful, but he's not even singing the right song. He's like, he's doing the completely wrong thing. And then he turns and blames Dave Navarro for it. So it's the full thing is on the blog. There's some swearing, so I couldn't play the whole thing here. I tried to upload it and it failed for some reason.
I guess keep your eye out too in like the next year, because you're going to see that on a comedy stage with Greg Warren and I. You're going to see a similar. We're going to be on a kid show and it'll be like, I can't take it anymore.
And Tim's going to come out and punch one of you in the stomach. And
what is Tim like when you guys come to blows?
You know what? He is the moderator. He is just like, all right, everybody, both sides, you get in your corners, get in your respective corners. Let's take it down a notch. I will admit,
Tim, water and wiping your face.
Yeah, Tim is a peacemaker. He's trying to just keep everyone. Tim's great because he can see both sides. That's why I like it. Tim will be Greg.
He's a good moderator.
Yeah, he's perfect at it. So, yeah, we had a little blowout last week, and Tim, I thank God he was there. Because the thing is, Greg could just choke slam me. So it's like, what am I doing? The guy was an All-American. So
you got to be worried.
You got to be worried.
Be careful around him. Snap you in half like a twig.
Tim keeps the pip. Yeah.
That's like 2 in 2 weeks, right? 2 big.
Yeah, we've had a couple. So
it feels good though afterwards. You don't take it with you, do you?
No, see, I don't at all. And then Greg, and then we talk, and then it's all right. And he's like, "Hey man, we can't do this." Like, we were like in a coffee shop, and I was getting a little loud, and I'm already loud when I'm not loud.
It's
just my little vibe.
Yeah.
And he's like, "We can't do that." I was like, "Man, I'm sorry. That will not happen again until November. So don't sweat it. Like, just give us 4
weeks. I'll give you a couple,
weeks.
3-4 weeks."
And he's like, "I'm serious, man." I'm like, "Don't you?" I was like, "I'll start another fight with you. Just give it 4 weeks."
Will Smith says he's on a path of self-discovery through music. I guess he is getting into gospel. I don't know if that means he's going to be putting out a gospel album.
Is this real?
Or if he's just listening to gospel music. But
no, I think he has a couple gospel songs. Yes.
Okay. Well, he's got to have their moment. Madonna lost her brother on Friday. Christopher Ciccone passed away on Friday at the age of 63. Not sure what the story was. Did he have health issues?
I think so. I
remember him coming up at some point.
I think they were real tight throughout their lives. They were really, really close. It was always him that was with her when she was coming up.
Yeah.
But I think they had issues in the past few years, but I think that they repaired those, and I think he was sick, yeah.
Well, there will not be a Who's the Boss reunion anytime soon. I guess that was on the docket at one point. Amazon was considering greenlighting a sequel series, but they're not going to do it. However, they had Tony Danza and Alyssa Milano had both signed on to
I think this would work.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't just were like, what the hell, let's try it.
Get Judith Light in the mix.
I mean, if you got those two, that's what you need. You can build from there.
I agree.
People are starting to meow at Billie Eilish concerts.
I think they heard my show years ago when we did this meowing thing.
Oh, and that's why they're doing it? Well, I see it in memes all the time.
No, I know. Somebody had put a video up on TikTok, and it's her song, but it's meowed.
Yes. Alex, I hear it all the time from her phone when she's sitting there looking at stuff. Because she gets so many cat videos. She's one of those people. Between her and Aaron, they're just addicted to cat videos. And they use that song, What Was I Made For? But it's meow, 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 meow.
Yes.
And you'll hear it. There's some sort of beautiful little cat thing that's
We
going
played
on.
Name That Tune years ago. I mean, it has to be 15, 16 years ago, where we'd meow a song and try to get other people on the show to figure it out.
I would do that. I could do it with chickens.
I know you can.
I like chickens.
But
I got a thing for chickens.
That just got to be stuck in your head, though, for the next 48 hours.
Yes.
That would just be so maniacal.
I bet I hear it every day. She's a meow, meow.
Yeah, Nick will have... I wanted to play a game where I You know, on America's Funniest People or home videos where they give you an option, like they'll show you the beginning of a video and you have to figure out what happened. I wanted to play the different songs that are on TikTok, and I give you a multiple choice. Is it a pet video? Is it because the songs that people are using don't make sense with some of the videos that they're posting. I'm like, all right, you don't need to do that sad music for this story.
Yeah, it doesn't always work.
No.
Terrifier 3 seems to be delivering on being both terrifying and extra super gross. Supposedly during a showing of the new movie in the UK, 11 people walked out and 1 person barfed.
I saw this headline this weekend. Are they going in on this? Like,
I think it's supposed to be extra gross. People like those movies. I've never seen any of them. It's that really creepy looking clown.
Yeah.
Like excessively creepy.
I got through a third of the first one, and I will never watch. I don't even think I'll watch a thriller again.
Scary, disturbing, or gross, or all of it?
Everything just in a blender, and they hit frappe. It is just.
Are you a scary movie guy?
I mean, I was, but I think I don't know if I've watched many since that I watched the third
That
of that
ruined
terror.
you.
So yeah, I like more like the thriller kind of scary thriller. Like there's a movie like 10 years ago called The Strangers. It's like they knock on the door
with Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman.
Like that's right in my wheelhouse.
It's like creepy. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's just really creepy.
The clown thing, too much.
The clown, yeah, and clowns, yeah, they're not. Yeah, I don't know that terror though. Just I'd take a rain check on it. I'm saying if you're thinking about it, just do Plan B.
Just pass it on. Yeah. A lot of people want Sarah Michelle Gellar to be back for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel. She went online to remind everybody that would be difficult because she said, quote, I am dead.
Spoiler
But they can always bring people back, right? They always figure out some angle like, well,
Yes,
actually,
they can.
It was her cousin who looks just like her. Whatever. Bravo is doing a reality series about the Kansas City Chiefs' wives and girlfriends. Ooh, that's exciting. Except Taylor Swift will not be on the show. Not surprising. It's not easy to get Taylor Swift. However, Brittany Mahomes won't apparently be on the series either. So what the hell's the point of this?
I don't know.
That's like the 1-2.
It's like they were like, let's light it up and see if we can talk either one of them into being into it, and neither one wanted to do it.
Real sorry about your bills, by the way.
Thank you, Courtney. Yeah, it's
that was quite.
They were actually on local TV here in St. Louis.
That was quite a field goal at the end of that game.
Of course, he hits
59 yards.
Yeah, just whatever he needs. Piece of cake. Yeah, right down the middle.
Good
Lord. Game, so.
Speaking of football, Vanderbilt upset Alabama over the weekend, and fans celebrated by not only ripping down the goalpost, which they like to do, then they carried it all around town. Everybody was partying with the giant goalpost, and eventually they threw it into a river.
It's funny. You know, I saw of all the times that Vanderbilt has played Alabama over I don't know how many years, total points they've had 13.
Whoa.
I don't know how many times they played them, but it was pretty big. And then Mizzou looked like just trash over the weekend.
What happened?
That was tough.
I didn't get to see any football other than
looked like they really took the entire week off.
Yeah.
They were not prepared for that game at all. They have not looked good this season. I know they were number 9 ranked, but they were all close games with games that they should have beat them worse.
Yeesh. TV tonight, you got football, Monday Night Football. Chiefs playing the Saints. Dancing with the Stars tonight, 7 o'clock on Disney+. The Voice, 7 o'clock on NBC. It's their Blind Auditions Part 3. And then you've got the season premiere of Superman and Lois. That's 7 o'clock on the CW. I'm Brando, your Hollywood outsider.
The Courtney Show.
Congratulations to Nancy Gahagan of St. Louis. She's going to be at the Ludo Show.
Yeah, Nancy.
Saturday night, there are 3 shows at the pageant. It's October 25th through the 27th, and it is Halloween, and it features, of course, Tim Convey will be on stage all weekend long. And we have tickets for Saturday night show all week long. If you want ticket information, you can get that at 1065thearch.com. Sean O'Brien hanging out with us this
Sean
morning.
O'Brien is here. That is me.
Anything that's on your mind that you want to talk about? We have some strong opinions coming up at a little after 9.
Very excited about
So
it.
save that.
Yes.
I knew I wouldn't have to prep him on the strong opinions because I think that
He's oozing strong
I think
opinions.
every day you probably have a strong opinion about
He's like,
something.
what level of strong opinion would you like?
Sometimes I think it's a little. I put too much passion in something that is so inconsequential. People are like, yeah, who?
You just
who
described our
cares?
whole show.
Like, my poor girlfriend, she's like, who? Everything. You know how many times a day she goes, "Who cares?" to me? That probably comes out of her mouth 6 times a day. I'm like, and it's just some dumb.
You want
thing,
justice for the world.
Yeah. Like right now, this is how dumb this is. I have this stupid refrigerator that needs a water filter that needs to be changed. And when you don't change it, they put the days past that you were on.
Oh, really? I thought it was just a light.
Yeah, no, and it's like
real judgy.
Day 34, day 40, and I'm like, well, what happens? I Google it. And they're like, well, your water, it could get, you're really, basically they're saying it gets bad and it's not. And I'm like, it is not. That is just, I'm going to drink it. You just want me to spend $100 on a filter. That's all you want.
You're just drinking straight toilet water.
Actually, filters are pretty cheap.
They are, but you have to have a specific one.
I know, but
for
they're
the
not
fridge.
$100.
It's 50. Legitimately.
Is it 50?
$50.
I think mine was cheaper. I got a twofer from Amazon. Mine.
Yeah, you can do that's what we do is the Amazon thing. But I'm just sitting there and she's like, you got to get the filter. I'm like, no, we don't.
And Courtney knows her way around a refrigerator. It only took 8 years to figure out how to lower the temperature in it.
I didn't realize that we would complain about it. We were like, we got a terrible refrigerator.
They were going to get a new one.
And one day we accidentally hit the outside that we didn't know that you could even hit.
Oh, the wheel?
No, it's a digital thing.
Oh, okay.
So it's all flat. You can't see anything. And I'm like, oh my God.
That's
all
awesome.
we had to do is turn this down over
It's
here.
a piece of garbage. Well, just push down 5 times.
But now we are actually having issues with our refrigerator. But it's...
Or are they?
Yeah.
There's some stuff that is going on. They don't make stuff like they used to.
I agree, man. I mean, I think my parents had their same washer and dryer in like 1982 till like 2005. Something crazy.
We have an old refrigerator in our house.
In your garage.
Well, in the garage, I've got one that's from, oh boy.
Yes. Everybody's garage
80s.
fridge is from years ago, from a long time ago.
But the one in our house is probably from the 90s. And the guy because we had something went wrong with it, and the guy that came to work on it, and Alex is like, oh, we got to get rid of this fridge. And he was like, do not get rid of this refrigerator. It's like, this will last many, many more years. He's like, if you get a new one, you're going to regret it.
Right.
She's like, well, what brand should we get? And he was like, none of them are good.
Yeah.
This is all this guy does is repair refrigerators. He's like, keep this old one.
This
You'll
one
be fine.
is the unicorn of all fridges.
Yeah, their classic line is they don't make them like they used to. I'm like, well, make them like they used to.
What's stopping
and then
you?
we won't have this problem.
I know. It's frustrating. That is not even your strong opinion. That will be coming up. I can't wait to hear what it's about. Tickets to give away, too, in the 9 o'clock hour. Blues. They start their season, I believe, tomorrow?
Yeah, this is a preseason game.
No. The season started over the weekend, and I think the Blues' first game is Tuesday night, their first official game. This is the Blues versus the Jets, and it's their Blues jersey hoodie, courtesy of Ameren, Missouri. That is with First 5 Notes. It's October 22nd at the Enterprise Center. 9:30 will give you that chance to win tickets. We've got randos coming up next.
The Courtney Show.
Randos.
Well, we're just talking about dogs in here. I'll start with a story about a dog. A cop in Washington State randomly saw a dog sitting in the middle of the road, refusing to get into his patrol car. And I'm like, come on, dog, what is your problem? What's going on? Well, this dog led him to a cabin where her 84-year-old owner was in trouble. This guy had fallen down. He'd hurt his leg. He'd been stuck there for 3 hours without access to medications. Police say this 13-year-old dog literally saved this man's life.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
He went and sat in the middle of the street.
Yeah, just waiting
This
for
is
somebody.
Lassie.
It's Lassie.
This
It's Lassie, everyone.
Oh, what a good boy. Is it a boy or a girl?
It didn't say. Just
That
says dog.
is nutty. That is so cool.
Isn't that nice?
I love that story.
Should I even do anything else? It's probably the best story of the day. I've got others. An employee at a museum in the Netherlands threw out 2 empty beer cans that were actually priceless pieces of modern art. So they were hand-painted cans that were made to look just like 2 empty beer cans.
I saw a picture. Did you see a picture of them?
I did not. So they were part of a larger collection of cans titled All the Good Times We Spend Together. So the museum's elevator is all glass, and I guess they were sitting at the top of this glass ceiling, and there was an elevator repairman in there working, and he was like, "Oh, somebody left some old cans here. I'll just, clean up while I'm doing my work here." Grabbed the 2 cans, just threw them in the trash. The museum's curator noticed them missing, asked around, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, I threw them away." And they're like, "Oh my God!" And so they went and dug through the trash. Luckily, they were able to find the cans. I think they were a little gross. They had to clean them up.
There's no way you would have not. You would have thought they were just trash. They just were sitting there on their own.
Oh, yeah.
There was no sign. It was one that was bent, or crushed
a little bit,
crushed in a little bit.
Yeah.
On the side, and one was sitting straight up.
Yeah.
You would
I'm
never
with
know.
Could have never figured it out.
Maybe a sign there.
Maybe a little placard underneath it, like who did it or something to tell you. A small twin-engine plane was flying from Las Vegas to Monterey, California on Friday. Two people in there, the passenger and the pilot, flying together. Well, the pilot passed out, so the passenger had to land the plane. Air traffic control talked this lady through it.
What?
They were able to touch down in Bakersfield, California. Everybody was fine. The pilot was taken to the hospital. The woman who landed the plane was not hurt at all. She was able to land the airplane.
Could you do
airplane style?
Yeah, I swear that's like my just like dream sequence that I'm.
You're like,
I do.
I can do it.
I'm like I'm not kidding. I've really thought about that, and I get in there, I put on the phones, and I'm like, I can't even drive my Toyota Camry properly, but I think that I could land.
You could land a plane.
Yeah, I think I could land the plane.
Yeah, you're a slow driver. You're a cautious driver.
I'm reasonable, and
you would slow the plane down to the point where they were like, "You have to go faster,
right.
or you're going to fall out of the sky."
Yes, sir. You're going 100 knots. This thing's going to tip over. Come on,
just get a nosedive.
Do you think Greg could follow instructions and land a plane? Greg Warren?
You know what? I think he could, as long as he wasn't on his Instagram while he was trying to land the plane. That's his move, and I'm ratting him out on that. He looks at his social media while he's driving.
Yeah,
he does. He does, and I'm sorry, he's getting exposed. It's going to stop.
He's got the fenders to prove it, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he watching other things, or is he following to see how many likes or comments his stuff gets?
He's looking at that. He's looking at videos. He's replying to emails.
He's dedicated to the craft.
And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, oh, yeah, sorry, man. I was like, stop. It gets to a point. I'll put him on the bench. I'm like, that's it. Give me the phone. It's glowing in the glove box. Glove box or pull over, and I'll hit the Greyhound.
That is
it's
not
your choice.
good.
Yeah. He's like, I know. And he's going to say, oh, Sean's exaggerating. He looks at his phone. I do. I'll look at for like GPS. I'll peek at it.
For what it's for.
For getting reasonable things. He's sitting in there, making posts. Shooting videos. I'm like, we're in North Dakota going 85 miles. Let's take it easy. Right? I want to get to the gig alive.
That's your randos.
Randos. The Courtney Show.
Listen to my strong opinion. Time to bitch.
Strong Opinions is brought to you by Audi Kirkwood. Come see the all-new Audi Kirkwood. Visit AudiKirkwood.com. I already prefaced this in the studio with these guys that mine is really stupid. Now, it's bothered me for a while, and every time it comes on, it bothers me, so it must be deep within this bother that I have from this. So I finally wrote it down.
Okay.
And as I'm scrolling through all my strong opinions, I'm like, I'm going to do this because I must have some kind of strong opinion about this.
Sean's here, so it's a special day, too. It's a good time to unveil it.
I appreciate that, buddy.
Have you seen the commercial for, it's called Home-A-Glow?
No.
Okay.
No.
Home-A-Glow. It's a commercial that is touting their house cleaning services. 3-hour house clean for $19.
$19 an hour?
What?
No, $19. It will cost you for your first visit. I don't know how much it is after that.
Oh, but they give you like an introductory rate.
But I don't buy it, first of all. I just don't.
Yeah, what is it, Temu for
I don't
cleaning?
buy it. So I'm already suspect about it. I have no affiliation with this. I'm just giving you my opinion. The commercial really bothers me because they always say this. We fired our housekeeper after Homoglow came in. I don't think they need to use the word fired.
No, that's aggressive.
It's aggressive.
Yeah.
It's like the housekeeper, the house cleaner previously did something wrong.
Right.
Firing your... I don't like the way they are approaching this whole thing, and I don't buy what there's no way they could charge $19.
Well, I think that's where it's just the introductory rate, don't you think?
So but I also went online to find out more about it, and it's like the people don't show up. They have it scheduled and they don't show up.
Yeah.
And
get clean for $19.
$19. I told you it's stupid. The firing of the house, this person was probably part of your family.
Yeah.
And you just unceremoniously fired her after one cleaning job for him.
And you want to broadcast it. You're like proud.
We fired her. I don't know why it bothers me, but it does.
Well, you know what's funny? Because I'll fire them. I think I should hire them and halfway through the cleaning be like, you guys are fired.
Yeah. You had a deep love for your house cleaning staff.
I did.
Growing up.
I did.
She would give you rides and stuff.
We had a few throughout my childhood, and I had a relationship with all of them.
That's why it stings. You're like, I loved Claire.
There was Frances. There was Maggie. Teresa when I was younger. Cheryl when I was in high school. Cheryl, we told her we had our license, and we didn't. She let us take her car.
Nice.
I took advantage of her.
It's like, how do you ever get rid of that person?
We took a small advantage of Cheryl.
Who did you like more, the housekeepers or the butlers?
I did not ever have a butler. Never a butler. But I loved all of them. Loved them all. They were like family to me.
I mean, they are in your home.
Yes.
On how many hours a week? And it's like, if anything, they can maybe not be the best at it, but you're going to be like, he said it's...
Cheryl's just having an off day.
having one of those.
She let me take her car last week.
Exactly.
I gotta keep her around.
Cut her loose?
Yeah, I'm going to clean up for her. I don't want her to get fired.
I know, I told you it's dumb. It's
not
aggressive.
Dumb. No, it's not dumb.
It just bothers me.
I've never even heard of this company. I'm not sure what.
I'm the only one in this room watching TV that has commercials. So
it's true.
I'm probably watching Matlock or something like that.
Matlock's great.
That's where this is coming.
You know what they're doing? My guess is they're doing it's $20, and it's like some backdoor car sales stuff where it's
absolutely.
like $200 processing fee. That'll be some nonsense.
Oh, you want us to do more than just walk around and dust?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I'm telling you, that's my move. I'll hire them, and then halfway through, I will fire them. And then I will give them $10. There you go.
I guess I'm out of the running if Homoglow decides to do some radio advertising.
Someone was just about to hit send on an email. They're like, never mind.
And I can't even be in the room. That's part of the deal, too. If anybody on the show gets Homoglow, Courtney cannot be in the studio.
You have to walk out and hold your tongue.
All right, what about you guys?
Sean, what you got?
All right, so okay. I'm going to just be calm here.
This
is yesterday, and I'm not going to say the place. I'm just going to say I had to. I have a sick friend, and I had to pick up some medicine for him at a corporate pharmacy. And I got there.
Yes.
I swear, we'll say it's like 1 of 5. Okay, we'll say. Right. I don't want to. And let's just say I'm not even going to give the real time, but let's just say they close at 6.
Yeah.
I got there at 5:58, and I show up, and I'm here, and one looks at me, and she goes, nope, and gate goes right down, and I go, no. I go, I'm here. I go, it's 5:58. I go, 6 o'clock. I go, we're good. She goes, closed, and it was one of those moments, and I'm like. That
had rage.
I'm
rage.
Like, I'm like, all right, you got to be reasonable, but you got to get your point across. I go, no. I go, look, and I did. I go, hey, we're on cell phone times. Everyone's on the same cell phone time.
I'm not here for chips. I need medicine.
I go, here it is. One pickup, in and out, done. And she just goes, close. One of those, like, won't even, like, engage with you. And for the first time, I did it. I am not that guy who goes online and complains. I was like, manager, I went manager. I did it. I pulled a Darren. That's what I guess they're called. I pulled a Darren.
That's right.
I went in, and that's the thing. I can't be mean, though. And I'm like, man, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. But you have anything to do with this pharmacy. I go, well, what is that? I go, just say it. You guys are so corporate. That's the problem. For example, if my bill was $40.01, you're paying the penny. You know, that's like a gas station where they got like a little jar, everything. So I guess my long story, am I out of bounds? Am I being too tight there?
Man,
now, if it's a restaurant and you go in at 8:50, that's different.
They got to cook
like
food
that,
and everything.
And I just blew a gas. And the manager's like, all right, we're going to look into this. And I appreciate it. And I'm like, then I'm saying, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm sorry to bother you, but I was like, it's just so
what did they do?
So did you ask for the manager at that moment, or you're like the next day? You're like, I'm
right there. I went in. I said, I find a manager, and then I just said my grievance. And he's like, it was well, they're closed now. There's nothing you can do. No, I didn't get my way. But I guess I'm just like, why? It's just so mean to me.
I just don't understand how there's not. You were there at 28, right?
I was there at 58.
58,
correct.
Yeah.
And
okay.
And it's on it's corporate place. I showed my phone to the camera.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And it was just the way it was like that. Because some people just aren't, I think, happy at their job. And it was like she was like excited to be like closed. But there's no dialogue, just closed. And I'm like,
I get it. If it's
I wasn't
6 p.m.
not a people person there.
You get to say close, and you get to close that door. And you get to say, like, I don't care. This is the way it is. It's 6 o'clock. But not at 5:58.
Not at 5:58.
That's not
okay,
right.
so maybe it's a silly thing.
No, I don't think it is. And by the way, you have to stand by this. You were right. This is your strong opinion. It was not. She did not handle it well.
Yeah, we may not agree with you. I think we agree with you.
Okay, I have a question on this then. Not to prolong this. What if you're at a drive-through for breakfast? That I'm just asking this. This may or may not have happened to me on Friday. And you pull into the drive-through at like 10:26, okay? And the person in front of you has taken up all that time, and once you pull up there, after being in line at 10:26, it is now 10:31. But you have been there. There's a sensor. You've been sitting behind this car that couldn't get their stuff together and make an order. And the person, you go up to order your breakfast, and they said, we're not serving breakfast any longer.
Yep. Nope. This is very easy. You get your stuff. Here's how they do it. You you have a sensor, the last car in line at whatever time it is, there it is. And then everyone from that point forward gets in. See what I'm saying? Like you are in. Once you're in line, you're in there
in line though.
Yeah, what is the story? Because she said that, and I go, I've been sitting here since before the breakfast. She goes, no. She goes, Jesus.
Oh, she gave you a Jesus?
Mm-hmm. And I go, never mind. And I backed out and left. And there was some rage.
Did you have a hero of the day moment?
I didn't, because I just left. I did not let it get to me. But I was driving hot for a little while.
That stuff makes
I understand the frustration, but like they're not counting you yet, though. I don't think.
If you're in line,
I don't think they have a way of. I don't know that they know that you're waiting there. Once you order, though, they've got each car has got a little clock on it.
What if the person in front of her, though, is just being unreasonable, asking questions, burns 12 minutes? Now I'm the one on trial that I had to be like, well, wait a minute. Now you lose your spot? You should be, hey, last entry in, put the gate up, done.
It's not cool. It's that person's fault ahead of you.
I know.
Clearly.
I left. I didn't get into a confrontation, but I really wanted a McGriddle. All right.
Sometimes you got to just have one.
Go ahead, Brancho.
All right. I can do one.
Calling my name.
This is all I want today. So I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a trend that's going on with like high school dances, the formal dances. And if you've got friends that have kids, you may notice the pictures popping up, especially this time is like homecoming. And I have a problem with it because we know that guys get off easy, right? We don't typically spend as much time with hair. We're putting on makeup. We can just throw on a suit and tie and walk out the door and we're like, hey, I'm dressed for a formal event. But it's more work for ladies getting hair done and nails done.
Yes,
and
it's a whole day.
100%.
It's the whole day.
Yeah.
So already it's an unequal process.
Yes.
going in. I understand that. But now there is this trend where women, the girls are still showing up in full homecoming dress, hair, makeup, dressed to the nines. And now the guys look like they just rolled off a turnip truck. They're in not just in suits, but in like blue jeans. And
wow.
And they're hiding in it, like the Waterloo homecoming. It was like boots and bling or something was the theme. And I was like, okay, I guess they're going to be wearing cowboy hats or something. No, there were lots of guys that were just in jeans and like a shirt and a cowboy hat and boots. Meanwhile, their girl is just...
Yeah, if you have a date, you got to step it up.
I'm like, what is going on?
You got to make this equal because these pictures they're going to have forever.
Yes.
And it's not just about you, it's about her too.
It looks ridiculous. These pictures, you see these girls all looking fantastic, and then it looks like somebody's cousin just got off of the horse walking, in the back and was like, I'll get a picture with cousin Lizzie. No, that's the date.
Oh, that's
He's
sad.
Dressed. I just feel bad for the girls.
I do too. I feel bad for him. You're right.
This isn't right because Owen and Aaron are both wearing suits and ties, and even Owen was just like, I think I might feel silly. I might be the only one wearing a suit, and I was like, dude, dress.
You're showing respect to your
dress
date
for the party you want to go to. That's the way you're dressed.
I agree.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. And maybe we're in more of the old school, but it's like my biggest regret back then is that I had frosted tips. That was like, and I dress sharp, and I'm like, but I look like one of the kids from NSYNC.
Do you call him NSYNC too?
I said, what's the one he had like the frosted the thing?
I think
Lance or
Justin.
All she heard was
Justin?
She heard you say NSYNC, and that's how I say it. See?
Yeah, that's what they're called, right?
Right, exactly. It's NSYNC.
I'm 2 against 1. I'm not going to fight this battle.
What's your version?
NSYNC.
Like she says in sync.
Oh, in.
Like, well, then they should have spelled
In-sync.
it I-N sync. But they have the letter N sync. I'm like, that's N-sync.
Yeah, Courtney, I have to go against you in this one.
Well,
I'm doing it.
I don't agree with you.
N-sync.
N-sync.
No, nobody says it like that.
You're right.
Now you got 2 people that say it that way.
No, I totally...
Unprovoked.
Okay, I'm going back to this because I totally agree with you. And honestly, it shows a lack of respect.
I think so, too. And there's a way to... embrace that theme if you want and still dress very nice.
Yes.
But there were guys that were, I'm like, come on, man. That's the best you got.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's not good. It's
maybe
not.
that's like, what's the word? Skush? What's like what was the word that meant they're cool?
Oh,
they're like, yeah, we're going.
Skush.
What was it? I can't remember.
I don't know, but I like Skush.
It felt a little skibidi to me.
Skibidi. yeah, that's it. It's Skibidi.
Strong Opinions brought to you by Audi Kirkwood. Come see the all-new Audi Kirkwood, AudiKirkwood.com.
First 5 notes on 106.5 The Arch.
First 5 Notes is brought to you by Carroll House Furniture. You'll find the largest selection of solid wood all on sale at Carroll House because you like nice things. Our contestant today, it's a big ticket, the Blues, back in action. And we have Zach from Florissant to play First 5 Notes. How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Great. Have you ever played First 5 Notes before?
No, I have not.
Oh, a lot of first timers.
Yes.
I like it.
Exciting.
All right, so Zach, we have a pair of tickets for you to see the St. Louis Blues take on the Winnipeg Jets on October 22nd at the Enterprise Center. And the first 12,000 fans that night will take home a Blues jersey hoodie, courtesy of Ameren, Missouri. All you have to do is get 2 out of 3 to win. You are going to play against our guest, Sean O'Brien.
Nice.
And as you know, Sean, or if you forgot...
I know, I struggled.
Zach gets to first crack at it.
That's right. I had a little bit of a fumble, I think, the last time, and I just kept jumping in. I won't do that to you, Zach.
You just wanted to win.
He wants to win. I get it.
It's a good ticket. All right, so Zach, are you ready to go?
Better than ever.
All right, here's song number 1.
I have no idea.
Okay, it's a very tropical song, as you can hear. It's from the movie Cocktail.
Yeah, it's about a place that does not exist.
It doesn't.
Outside of Indiana.
Good point.
Off the Florida
Kokomo?
Keys. Yes.
Oh, there we go.
You got it. you got there, took the hints, and you carried across the finish line. All right, that is 1 in your column, Zach. Here is song number 2.
Oh, Cold as Ice?
No. This guy was just here last week with Billy Joel, but with his he wasn't with his band. That was probably going to confuse you more.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to help. If you're driving too fast, these people might pull you over.
Oh, the police.
There you go.
There it is.
Roxanne. Okay.
Much easier. All right, this one's up for grabs because it's not like Zach's going for Hall of Fame. He just wants these tickets.
That's true. Yeah.
If you have it before Zach, feel
Just
free.
Okay, because I had the first two.
away.
I was being a good player.
I know.
Doing good.
Okay.
All
okay.
right. This is the real competition. This is where it really happens. Zach, it's Zach versus Sean. Song number 3.
Brian Adams cuts on the night.
Felt good, didn't it?
It didn't. Sorry, Zach.
Zach, it doesn't matter. Zach has tickets. That's all he wanted. St. Louis Blues are going to be playing the Winnipeg Jets on October 22nd, and that Blues jersey hoodie you'll get if you're one of the first 12,000 fans. Thanks to Ameren, Missouri. For all the information about the giveaway, you can go to stlouisblues.com/promotions. Congrats to Zach, first-time player, first-time winner. It's The Courtney Show. More Blues tickets tomorrow on 106.5 The Arch.
The Courtney Show.
Sean O'Brien hanging out with us this morning. My fingers caught in my headphones. Sean, thank you so much for helping us out today, coming in, hanging out.
Thank you, guys.
Being your joyful self.
Thank you for dealing with me and my crazy energy and yelling about clocks and times.
No,
and
people.
We're literally counting on it.
People say that you are correct. Although Becky in Collinsville says just because your watch says it was 58 doesn't mean the clock.
It was the cell phones, which pretty much everyone's cell phone, and I showed the cell phone up to the eye in the sky to be like, hey, it's 58 after 58. I'm like, we're all the iPhone, the Android, we're all in the same.
It's all based on that atomic clock or whatever.
That's what, exactly. There it is. So I thought I had standing ground, but
Katie commented, I used to work at a financial institution, and at 5 p.m., we would mark the last car in line visually. After the transaction was done, we would close the shade before the last car pulled away. Anyone who pulled up after the 5 marked car would not be helped.
Yes.
Reasonable.
100%.
Right. And that's a bank.
Good job, Kate.
Essentially doing transactions past the time.
Professional and proper way to do it. Right there. That's the playbook.
Somebody brought up my thing about being in line, said, hey, try that when you want alcohol and you get in line 5 minutes before they can't sell anymore and it's past the time they can sell it. That's a different...
We're not talking about alcohol, though. Because
I know that is a timestamp they could get in big trouble. And I don't even know if that transaction will even go through.
That's true.
Correct.
At that time. But I understand. I left. This person had nothing. They did not carry my anger with them the rest of the day. They just didn't. They just didn't. I left. I knew that
just made the point on the last on her comment. That's exactly the same situation.
Yeah.
Mark the car.
Debbie totally agrees with your strong opinion. Pretty sure I know which corporate pharmacy it was. I had to switch to mail order because of too many issues. Just like that with that pharmacy.
Wow.
So I don't know. I have no idea what it is.
No, I didn't ask.
I didn't. And so what if it was life or death medication?
Exactly. That's why I'm like, it's different.
That's what's annoying. I mean, it is for a friend he's disabled, and it's not life or death, but it was important, and that's why I think what added if it was just some, I don't know, Prilosec for me, being a fatty, fine, whatever. Omeprazole or whatever it is that triggers my heartburn from eating too much summer sausage. That's fine. You can actually go and close early. Maybe I'll stop eating this poisonous food.
I know. Every time Nick would go to if I needed something at the gas station, I'm like, oh yeah, cigs, beer, and Tums. He's like, if you took the 2 things out,
you wouldn't need the third.
I wouldn't need the Tums.
You wouldn't need the third.
Tums really needs to come out with, I think they could sell a ton of them for birthdays. the candy necklace and Tums.
Oh, I agree.
Would be a winner. It's a winner. Every 40th birthday, 50th birthday, or somebody that's a Tumaholic. I just think that they could make, wouldn't they?
I think you can go one better. I think you could incorporate the Tums with the Luden cherry.
Yeah, that would look nicer.
Aesthetically,
it would give it
it's
a little more pizzazz.
Yeah,
you're right.
More. Yeah, I mean, they're both basically just.
I don't know if Tums is connected strongly enough to age.
You don't think?
I don't know.
There's something about Tums. I don't know. I think it would be a winner, though.
It's funny, though.
I think it'd be a winner. Lots of texts. We were talking about, some of these are from podcast listeners over the weekend, and we appreciate it. It is fueled by Salt and Smoke. Best cinnamon rolls, only open Friday and Saturday. It's the corner of 159 and Douglas Road in Smithton. It's like a stand. It's like a pop-up
and they
stand.
just do cinnamon rolls?
Yeah. She said they also have great sausage breads. So Nick can have those.
What is a sausage bread?
I have no
That's where
idea.
I was going.
I didn't write them back because I sent this at like noon on Saturday. But this is like a pop-up in Smithton.
How interesting.
Cinnamon rolls. She said they're awesome.
Cinnamon rolls, man. Yeah, we were talking about cinnamon rolls last week. That conversation incepted me because I bought cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
And had them over the
Sometimes
weekend.
we incept ourselves.
Yeah, and I was like, why am I buying these? Oh, that's right.
We did talk about it.
Damn it, I'm weak.
Skittles. Just listen to the Nateland podcast with Greg Warren. They said Skittles are all the same flavor, but they added different fragrances to make you think they're different.
I know.
I don't believe that.
Right. But
nope.
They are a different flavor.
Yeah, it's Fruit Loops is the thing we talked about. How Fruit
they're
Loops,
all the same. There's
they're all
no
the same.
difference.
But
is that? Can we confirm that?
Yeah, but
Fruit Loops are all the same.
You think that you're getting different flavors, but you're
so
really
basically, Fruit Loops is its own. Basically, it's Apple Jacks, but different colors and flavor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's its own Fruit Loop flavor.
Somebody said you got to let the Swedish fish go stale, and then they're chef's kiss. Because I said I like them a little. I think they're
A little more bite?
Yeah.
Yes. I'd like a little more.
You want
time.
a little more aggressiveness. You want more like a well done. You want like a well done.
Yeah.
I like the softness of the Swede fish.
Courtney met you at the ALS golf tournament this weekend. I was the marketing rep slinging the apple pie shots on hole 14. Let me tell you, these apple pie shots, they are one of the best, most delicious shot I've ever had. They are
really.
She said, boy, did we go through gallons of what I like to call fall in a glass. It really is.
Then you fall on your ass.
Yeah, right.
You have a shot like that where you don't have often, and it's just so good. That's just such a fun thing.
Oh, it's so good.
Because you can't get it again the same way, probably.
No.
Like, this is like their niche recipe.
Yes.
I can only have it here.
And I play in another one for my friend Matt Gomrick for Commerce Bank, and Tara, his assistant, she's got those apple pie shots. And she's got like jugs of them in glass. Jugs.
So good.
They're so good. That was from Claire. By the way, the little boy that made me the bracelet signed his hat. Chase.
Chase
Sweetest
is
kid.
the boy.
Chase is the boy. The Ren Fair is a magnificent spectacle of fun and epic people watching. We're giving tickets away this week.
Oh,
for
I
that.
bet. Yeah, there's all sorts of characters there too. Like not just the typical ones. I'm just trying to explain that, and I don't have the words.
Tell Sean my apartment's complex pool is still open. Come on over.
I'm
LOL.
moving. Yeah, a private message. I'm going to sell my place and I'll just go over there.
Is that
That's
from
how passionate I
Is
am.
that from a lady?
He's got a lady.
Yeah.
Our community pool used to stay open past Labor Day, but it was always a staffing issue. Most lifeguards are kids in school, so they could never find people to work. We don't have a
We don't
lifeguard.
have lifeguards.
No.
Yep.
No.
Swim at your own risk.
It's got the sign up there about horseplay, and none of that will be tolerated.
Exactly.
Even though there's nobody to.
Yeah, there's nobody in the
The
pool.
rules are there.
Yeah, they just want to make
Posted.
sure that nobody's there. You have no fun when
Yes.
you're in the pool, basically is what it says.
OMG, I thought the same thing, and my husband roasted me for like a twister, I was born to walk along.
Yes.
Now I sing it knowing it's wrong, but it's a pride thing.
Agree. My brother called me. He goes, what did you say? I go, like a twister. A twister walks alone.
Okay, now we get to the who follows you or what interaction did you have on social media since recently Richard Marks has started following Nick on TikTok. I am friends with Brett Hull's wife on Facebook. And I asked, are you friends with them? She said no. Sean Cassidy is one of my friends on TikTok, and Jonathan Kane of Journey liked one of my comments about a Journey video. I was squealing like a little girl. I got a friend request from Nick Rhodes on Facebook, but I haven't accepted it because I don't believe it's really him.
Yeah, it could be a fraud.
That's from Amazing Teresa. I'm followed by a lot of Big Brother contestants.
Oh,
what about the original ones like Mike Boogie, the Doctor, Dr. Will?
I didn't watch it.
Those were famous Big Brother contestants back then. I don't watch it anymore. Gigi Hadid follows me, which is wild because she only follows 1,500 people, and I have no idea why I'm one of them. That's Abby from The Hill. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is an elite.
Weird.
Nice.
I'm followed on Insta by Court on the Arch.
I like it. Well played. Yeah.
Yep. Jeopardy Nerd Brag, Buzzy Cohen follows me on Instagram. Courtney, maybe the only one of you who even knows who this is. Yeah, he was a big Jeopardy guy. I think they tried him out too for the host.
Oh, for a host?
Until Mike decided, I choose me.
I choose me.
They got the right guy in there. Tommy of Tesla, Tommy Sketch, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Took my cell phone and put his personal cell phone number in it. But it was because he wanted my boyfriend to tour with them and do their sound, LOL. I have also met and became friends on Facebook with drummers of Flogging Molly and Candlebox. It pays to date a good audio engineer.
Yeah, Candlebox. I love it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think Nick's big brag last time he was in was about how he partied with Jackal on the bus outside of Pops. If you guys want to text us, it could be you're listening to the podcast or anything we've talked about today. We'd love to hear from you. We are looking for a GTG song of the day today. So you do not text that. You got to go to the website, 1065thearch.com. That is the only way to get your request in. But the Cheney window and door text line is 314-669-4665.
The Courtney Show.
Get ready. Isn't that ridiculous?
It's so ridiculous.
It's the original version of that song.
Oh, I had no idea. Well, I mean, when we were growing up, the word hobo was really thrown around, not knowing what it really truly was.
And I like that some record exec was like, guys, I don't think this hobo is going to.
I mean, I was dressing like hobos. I mean, I think we were just all picturing the train. You know, they're on the train.
Fun-loving guys.
Yeah, they have knapsacks.
Traveling the world, a knapsack on the back of the
stick.
On the stick.
Yeah.
They're like, this is not good. We gotta change this.
I think really what took this song to pop to like rock icon status was maybe the video.
The video helped.
The video with Tawny Katayan.
Oh yeah,
did not hurt them at all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They knew what they were doing there, too. There's a bunch of stuff on the blog today. Lots of different lists from the Halloween songs. Maybe you're putting together a playlist. This is what the parents do now. They have fun as well on Halloween. So it's usually like set up on somebody's driveway. If you want a bunch of Halloween songs, you can get a playlist on the blog. Best zombie movies, if that's what you're into. All Halloween stuff. Scariest video games of all time. You can see that. But a couple things that I enjoyed. Amazing Grace sung to the tune of Gilligan's Island. I don't know if you listened to that this morning.
I didn't get a chance
but
to.
It's kind of funny. And Rick Springfield joining Sammy Hagar on stage for I've Done Everything for You at one of Sammy's shows over the weekend.
Oh, nice. Which is a song that Sammy wrote. And they both have their own versions
they do,
of it out there.
But Rick made it a big hit, which made Sammy money.
Mm-hmm.
They're totally happy with each other. All of those things are on our blog at 1065thearch.com. Sean, what a pleasure.
Courtney, thank you guys. Thank you both. Love you to death. Couldn't have
done it without you.
Thanks to the listeners for letting me air my grievances and like, maybe give this guy a Xanax. He's a little too wound up today.
Any final words about Greg Warren?
You know, maybe I should be nice to Greg. I don't know. I hit him
I think
so
you guys
hard.
give it to each other plenty.
Oh, I get roasted from him.
Well,
and
when
that's
he's
why
in here, he does take, he'll take an off shot at Sean.
He does.
I'll have people message me.
Yeah.
Like, I heard you get dunked on Courtney today. And I'm like, yeah, I wonder who was in the studio.
So
you
this
don't
is
even
your
have to say.
This is your opportunity.
Yeah. Oh,
Nick said something to me the other day when I was like, oh yeah, I brought this up. He goes, how do I even fight that? You're on the air. Say I made fun of his sweaty hands roller skating for couples
that's right.
skate.
Hot hands, Nicky.
He goes, how do I can't combat that. Because I'm just on the air.
That is the thing. Yeah, you're completely defensive. Like, there's nothing you can do. You just got to sit there and take it.
He could probably get his own show.
Yeah,
Nick could,
just to give his side of everything.
Yeah, right.
I give him plenty of opportunity when he comes in here to take shots at me.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good, and it may end our relation. No, I'm just
Especially
kidding.
when you're not here.
Oh, yeah.
And he comes in.
That happened one time.
I lay it out there like,
Don't
here
know,
you go, man.
Don't know if that'll be approved in the future.
I think it'll absolutely be approved.
I'm totally fine with him doing that. I get it.
It's a nice balance.
Yeah,
both sides.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
In the spirit of fairness.
I do agree with
when
that.
Alex comes in here, she does it right to my face.
Yeah, she does. She really does.
Just shot after shot.
Okay, so that's all at 1065thearch.com. Sean O'Brien, he doesn't know when he's performing again, but he'll be at the Funny Bone, I'm sure, at some point.
I know. I just had a week there, so I think it's going to be early December. Hopefully I'll be back before then.
But your
And I can let you guys
podcast?
know. Podcast is called The Consumers. You type that in on YouTube or anywhere you get podcasts. We'd love to give a listen. We talk about Dunkin' Donuts for our first episode, and
Just
it's fun. We don't-
Dunkin'. Just
I'm sorry,
Dunkin'.
you're right. Yeah, let me put that back
too.
Dunkin'. So and
how do you feel about bacon?
Okay.
I feel like I'm in the
This
movie
segment brought to you
Airplane.
by ADHD.
I had a reason. Dunkin' has that snacking bacon. It's one of the best things I've ever had in my life.
It is. You're not wrong.
It's if you love bacon, don't ever get it because you will then think about it. You will then think about it.
You want to go
right
back
now.
bacon.
She's 100% right. It's amazing.
Like getting a bag of French fries seems okay, but getting a little bag of bacon.
Oh, it's the best.
It seems wrong in so many ways,
I
but it
know.
is next level delicious.
It's so fun. That with summer sausage. What a day.
Hell yeah.
How do you feel about gladiator films? I'm just kidding. All right.
Surely you can't be serious.
All right, take us on home, Brando.
We can do that. Great Taste King Song of the Day. You can always go select one, guess or request one, beg for one, whatever the case, at 1065thearch.com. That's what Gary Chapman did. He was like, hey guys, how about some Depeche Mode? And we're like, yeah, we can do that. We all agreed. It's a great choice. So this one for Gary Chapman, it's Enjoy the Silence from Depeche Mode. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again, Sean.
Thanks, guys.